It's day 6 of the Paris swimming competition of the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games as we welcome you to the Paris Stade de France arena in Nanterre for this finals session. We are halfway through the 141 odd medals that are set to be dished out over the 10 days of competition. We find ourselves heading into the second half of Paris 2024 in the swimming competition, where over 600 athletes are competing for gold, silver and bronze across those 141 medal events. This is Paris swimming, and this is the glorious pool in which the magic has been happening. 50 meters long, 8 lanes that are used in competition. Paris swimming is swimmers being classified by their impairment. There are 3 classifications. Swimmers split into classes between 1 and 10 for physical impairments, 1 being the most severe. Then there are classes 11 to 13 for visual impairment, and class 14 for intellectual impairment. Swimmers have the opportunity to start in a range of different ways as well. And there's a flexibility of starting positions in Paris swimming, and they vary on the swimmer's impairment. They may start off the blocks, they may sit on a platform, they may begin the race in the water, and certain athletes will need assists at the wall as well to stabilize them, either on the blocks or from the start, holding onto their feet perhaps. And there are strobes that are used as well for athletes with hearing impairments. But the Paris swimming competition of Paris 2024 has been brought to life by the many personalities that have been effectively opening the sessions as well. We'll get to the big name that will open today's session in just a while. There are 15 gold medal events to be swum this final session, though, on day 6. It is a massive session potentially for a few veterans, for a few newcomers, and indeed for China as a competing National Paralympic Committee, but perhaps most significantly for France with 3 gold medal hopefuls. Multiple Paralympic medalist Deb Gruen is alongside me. And Deb, what stands out for you tonight?
Well, a couple. Number 1 is China going to sweep the medals in the S5. You have the 50 backstroke for both the men and the women. And then Trusov is going to get his first gold medal in that 100 backstroke. And wow, this crowd is really loud. I'm also wondering about Didier. There's a lot of Chardard in the 50 fly. There's a lot of good French swimming happening tonight.
So 3 hopefuls, Alex Portal, Laurent Chardard, and indeed Alex Portal will get an opportunity to go. Hugo Didier, the massive French flag that is in the venue as well, which is a sold-out affair for tonight's finals. There are 13,000 French flags that have been placed on seats for those who made their way to the venue here this evening. A glorious venue that it is, serving as the aquatic centre, completely repurposed for Paris 2024. This is a venue that usually hosts rugby matches, but hosts swimming for the first time since opening its doors in 2017. This is an indication of what you can expect over the next few hours of competition. Roars of appreciation and of encouragement. We begin this session, though, with the men's 100-meter backstroke S7 final. Andrei Trusov is the world record holder of 107.60. He's the Paralympic Games record holder as well in 108.14 on his way to gold in Tokyo. So, Yevgeny Boydaiko, Yuri Shenrer and Andrei Trusov are 3 Ukrainians who go in this final. Semyonovs of Latvia, Bichelia of Italy, Graniuk, Sadi of South Africa and Nyaki Basilov of Argentina find themselves going in the final as well. Well, this is one of the events you highlighted. And there's standout. And yes, indeed, Andrei Trusov, 2-time and reigning world champion. Can he finally get a gold in Paris? Multiple Paralympic champion, but not yet a gold at these games. Going in lane 8, there's a man who finished 7th in Tokyo, Iñaki Basilov of Argentina. The 23-year-old was World Championships bronze medalist in 2022 and won the bronze medal at the Pan American Games, swimming a class up. Yevgeny Boydaiko, the London silver medalist and Rio gold medalist, now 30, the 16-time Paralympic Games medalist, goes in lane 1. Going in lane 7 for South Africa is 26-year-old Christian Sadi, 4th at the 2023 World Championships in his second of 4 events here. 8th in his only event in Tokyo was Yuri Seminovs. The 27-year-old is a finalist at both the 2019 and 2023 World Championships. The 2018 European champion, though, in this event. Andrei Trusov, the Tokyo gold medalist, the world record holder, 2-time and reigning world champion and 2024 European champion, as well as all-round superstar in this event, goes in lane 6 for Ukraine. Federico Biccelli goes in lane 3 for Italy. The 25-year-old was a silver medalist at the 2022 World Championships and bronze medalist in Manchester last year, 4th at the European Championships. Neutral Paralympic athlete Alexei Ganyuk goes in lane 5. He won the 100 backstroke S6 gold at the European Championships and then was classed up. So swims as an S7 swimmer at these Paralympic Games. But the man who qualified quickest was 21-year-old Yuri Shenhur of Ukraine, silver medalist at the World Championships last year and the European Championships bronze medalist. Now, Trusov looking to get his hands on gold for the first time in Paris. Can he do so here?
So he went 1:14 this morning, but he's a lot quicker than that. He owns the world record in 1:07.6, so if he swims anywhere near his time, he should be able to take this, but that's a big if he swims his time, because there's a very strong heat here and 3 Ukrainian swimmers. Bodaiko's in this as well, but really not a backstroker.
Yeah, Bodaiko very much more a breaststroker, but backstroke is still an event he's relatively strong in. There is Bodaiko, 16 times a Paralympic Games medalist, somebody who's used to finding his way onto the podium at the Paralympic Games. Do not discount him despite swimming from lane 1. It's Shenhur going in lane 4. It will be another to watch. This is the men's 100-meter backstroke S7, so the competitors will start from inside the pool. Some of the athletes require assists at the start, including Trusov and Sadi. Great reaction time from Christian Sadi of South Africa, who gets off to a really good underwater, and he has an exceptional underwater. He might just come up in front, and indeed he does. Sadi of South Africa and Bodaiko are the two who've flown out, but once he gets into his stroke, Trusov is going to be very, very difficult. Bodaiko, though, is going brilliantly in lane 1, and in the wide lanes there is some excellent work. Trusov is pulling up alongside Sadi now as they edge towards the 50 in this 100-meter backstroke S7 final.
And the Ukrainians are dominating right now, but here comes Trusov. Is he going to be first to the wall? He should be, and he's flipping in 33.5. Oh, Shenhur's actually first there, so 33.54, which is just off of Trusov's world record. And then Trusov trying to come back during the second 50. He is awfully fast in that second half.
Well, we've yet to see a sweep of gold, silver and bronze for one National Paralympic Committee at these games, and Bodaiko is looking to hold on here. Biccelli is pushing. Biccelli and Ganyuk are looking to come back into this race as Bodaiko is fading, but straight through the center, Shenhur looks to be the strongest, and Trusov is not going to touch for gold here. Sadi fades. Shenhur goes strongest. Trusov is going to hold on for silver. It's going to be Ukraine 1 and 2. Who's going to take third? It's going to be Biccelli of Italy. Bodaiko fading in the closing stages. Eventually touches 6th in 1:13.89. But a 1:09.51 Shenhur's time ahead of the 1:10.42 of Trusov. As third for Italy is Biccelli. Sensational start for Ukraine with a 1-2 finish. That's now 25 medals in the pool for Ukraine, but that is only a 4th gold for Ukraine at Paris 2024 in the pool.
Wow, what a swim for Shenhur right in that middle lane. I mean, Trusov has the world record. He's the former Paralympic champion in this event, but Shuhar and Bodaiko took this out really fast. You can see him with that yellow cap on top, and he went out really quickly, and then Shenhur was just first at the 50, just about a hair ahead of Trusov. And then what Shenhur did was he held on during the second 50. Trusov could not keep pace with him, and then Bodaiko faded to 4th, while the Italian snuck in for 3rd.
Yeah, Ganyuk was closing really fast, and Biccelli touched only 0.2 out of a second ahead of Ganyuk. Sadi just a little way back of him in 5th. That was tight for the bronze medal, certainly. But Shenhur and Trusov dominant from the Ukrainian pair. Confirming the results, gold for Yuri Senhur. He takes gold ahead of Andrei Trusov as Ukraine 1-2. Bicelli of Italy is on the podium with a 1:12.23 ahead of Ganyuk. This is the final of the men's 100-meter backstroke S9. Simone Barlam is the world record holder, sub 60 seconds. Bogdan Moskovoy, the Paralympic Games record holder and the defending champion, might have something to say about the outcome of this swim. Timothy Hodge, Hugo Didier, Yahor Shalkanau, Jesse Reynolds, Bogdan Moskovoy, Victor dos Santos Almeida. He's still a teenager, but he's got remarkable pace about him. Barry McClements of Ireland and Simone Barlam, the world record holder, going in the wide lane, lane 1. He was only 5th in Tokyo, but he has dominated this event since that final.
And have you recovered from Simone Barlam's 50 freestyle?
I have not recovered. I still having after effects from his world record 23.90 after a poor start. It's still mind-boggling. Let's introduce the finalists. Going in lane 8 for Ireland is the 22-year-old Barry McClements, bronze medalist at the Commonwealth Games 2 years ago, 4th at the European Championships after 6th at the 2023 World Championships. Simone Barlam, the 24-year-old Italian, goes in lane 1. He's the 3-time and reigning world champion. He's the world record holder, and he's searching for his 2nd gold and 3rd medal at Paris 2024. Victor dos Santos Almeida, it's a Paralympic Games debut. He's just 16 years old, but he won the Pan American Games as a 15-year-old by a confident margin. 7th in Rio with a broken leg, 6th in Tokyo. Jesse Reynolds of New Zealand goes in lane 2 in his only event in Paris, 4th at the last World Championships. And Commonwealth Games silver medalist in Birmingham. Bogdan Moskovoy is the defending champion. The 23-year-old won bronze at the European Champs. Bronze medalist in Tokyo was Timothy Hodge, the 23-year-old Australian, goes in 3. Bronze at the last 3 World Championships as well, but he won the Commonwealth Games gold medal in Birmingham 2 years ago. A man who finished 4th in Tokyo is Hugo Didier, but how he has wowed the fans in Paris, winning gold in the 400 free. He's the 2017 world champion and silver medalist at 2023, and he's the reigning European champion. Yahor Shalkanau goes in lane 4. Silver medal in Tokyo, the European Championship silver medalist behind Didier. Goes alongside the Frenchman in this race. Now, the Tokyo medalists all return. In fact, 7 of the 8 finalists return from the final in Paris. Only Brazil's 16-year-old dos Santos Almeida is a change from the Tokyo final 3 years ago.
That's right, but right now, Barlam holds the world record, and we know he's swimming exceptionally well, and do not discount Hugo Didier. Just listen to this crowd. He's hyping them up, and also you got to give it to Timothy Hodge, who likes to go out quick and then tries to stay on if he can. He's going to be in that gold cap.
And Simone Barlam was completely off in the S10 final, where he finished 5th, but needing to swim a class up. But in the 50 free and the 400 free S9, he took gold and silver. He's a fine backstroker. He set that world record, the 59.72, on his way to gold at the 2022 World Championships. 3-time and reigning world champion goes in lane 1, and he's not unaccustomed to winning from wide lanes because he sometimes enjoys qualifying, just sneaking into the finals and then going lights out in the finals without having expended energy in the preliminaries. So watch out for Barlam, who goes in 1. Reynolds, Hodge, Schalkenaar, Didier, Moscovoy, Dos Santos, Almeida and McClements. The final of the men's 100-meter backstroke S9. Now, Timothy Hodge gets off to a brilliant start. His underwater is great, and he likes to take a race out hard. But watch out for Simone Barlam going in lane 1. How is he going to approach this race? And Hugo Didier is not off to the greatest of starts. Bogdan Moscovoy is looking to cause an upset, and indeed upset all those around him, as the defending champion doesn't want to let go of his crown. Didier is coming back at him now, though, and Barlam is still looking good in lane 1 as they approach the wall at the 50.
Yep, Didier has some ground to make up, and I think looks like Barlam is going to touch first. Oh, Schalkenaar touches first, just ahead of Barlam by about a tenth. And they're a little bit above Barlam's world record, but here comes Barlam during the second half.
Oh, wow, how was that turn from Schalkenaar? He has put distance between himself and everybody else in the pool, including Barlam. Didier is coming back now. Hodge is fading. Moscovoy is still level with Didier. Barlam is out of this race. 15 meters to go, and he's 5th at the moment. Hodge is still in the position. Moscovoy, Didier, Schalkenaar is going to take it. It's going to be off world record time, but he's going to take gold ahead of Didier with Moscovoy 3rd. Barlam not even on the podium. He touches 6th. It's Hodge who just misses out at a podium place, and Dos Santos Almeida, at his first Paralympic Games final in this event, finishes 5th in 1:03.69. But Schalkenaar, the silver medalist in Tokyo, has taken gold in Paris in Paralympic record time, ahead of the home favourite Hugo Didier, who's on the podium with silver. And the bronze medalist Hodge misses out as Moscovoy, the defending champion, touches for 3rd.
Wow, and Schalkenaar had a brilliant swim there. He went 1:00.76. Barlam had a pretty terrible swim for him. I mean, he's the world record holder, and he's not even in the medals. Hugo Didier came home in 1:01.48. He did not get off to the quickest start. A little bit of a sluggish first half, that hurt him, and then he had a nice finish coming home. Here's the turn. You see Schalkenaar just ahead of Hugo Didier, who had a lot of ground to make up, but my goodness, that turn from Schalkenaar. And here he is just off of the world record, and he comes in with a nice dive.
That turn at 50 just changed the entire race. It changed the complexion of the race completely. It gave him half a body length lead, and he did not relinquish that in the closing stages.
I can't believe Barlam.
But Barlam faded to 6th. I'm speechless, but for the completely opposite reason to his 53. Schalkenaar takes gold in Paralympic Games record time, 1:76 seconds. Hugo Didier on the podium with a 1:01, and Bogdan Moscovoy takes bronze. He too, a 1:01. This is the final of the women's 100-meter backstroke S9. Dame Sophie Pascoe of New Zealand is the world record holder, set in 2019, a 1:07.41. Ellie Cole of Australia has the Paralympic Games record set in 2016 on her way to victory in Rio. Now, 3 Americans go in this race, including Aston, Riley Crossley and Lizzie Smith. Liu Ying, Nuria Marks, Mariana Ribeiro, Beatriz Lerida, Mary Gibb of Canada also go, but let's introduce the finalists. Going for USA in lane 8 is Lizzie Smith, 5th in both Rio and Tokyo. 2-time World Championship bronze medalist, the 28-year-old, 1:13.64 in qualifying. Going for People's Republic of China in lane 1 is 24-year-old Liu Ying, 2nd at the European Championships as part of her Paris preparation. Just 17 years old is Mary Gibb, a very fine individual medley swimmer, making her Paralympic Games debut. An impressive 1:12 in qualifying. Hannah Aston of Raleigh in North Carolina, Tokyo gold medalist after Rio bronze, 2-time World Championship silver medalist, goes in 2 for USA. Beatriz Lerida goes for Spain in lane 6. She too, a teenager, just 19, fourth at the World Championships last year, bronze at the European Championships. Going for Spain in lane 3 is Rio and Tokyo silver medalist Nuria Marquez, 25-year-old, twice world champion and silver medalist in 2023. Mariana Ribeiro goes in lane 5. The 28-year-old was bronze medalist at the World Championships last year and took gold at the Pan American Games.
In lane 4, representing the United States of America,
The 37-year-old Christy Riley Crossley represents USA and goes in lane 4 after qualifying quickest in 1:10.28. 37-year-old won the World Championships last year in Manchester. She set a world record as well in the 50 free heats here and took a silver swimming upper class in the 50-meter freestyle. She seems to be having a good time in Paris. Can she claim her first gold medal in the pool here?
And do you think she's going to challenge Ellie Cole's Paralympic record? I think that is in danger tonight.
Oh, yes. And that is certainly in danger. Riley Crossley. Phenomenal backstroker.
Your marks.
Getting away really well, Riley Crossley of USA going in lane 4. Mariana Ribeiro, who is warming up in the warm-up pool. She was balancing a cup on her forehead as she swam up and down the length of the pool. But getting off to the best start here is Lizzie Smith in lane 8 for USA. She's leading from Ribeiro at the moment. Riley Crossley is looking a little more measured in the pool than we might have expected from the American in 4.
Yep, and the Brazilian hanging with her right now as they approach the first wall for the 50. And you can see Riley Crossley, she's going to get the tap that signals to her where the end of the 50 is. Now they turn out in a 33.11, so they actually are out a little bit quicker than they were this morning, but I agree with you, I would have expected Riley Crossley to go out quicker.
She's got the ability to take it out really hard, and maybe conserving a little energy for the back 50. Now she starts to make a bit of a move and is leaving Marquez and Ribeiro behind. Spain's Marquez going in 3, Ribeiro in lane 5, but Riley Crossley is pulling out in front, and she's going to claim a gold here. It's going to be off world record time, but Riley Crossley is going to swim to a very confident gold. Who's going to take the silver though? Christy Riley Crossley for USA takes gold in Paralympic record time, and it's Marquez just ahead of Ribeiro for the podium places. Touching 4th is Lerida of Spain. Jib touches 5th for Canada, but Riley Crossley, it's 2 events, a silver swimming a class up in a 50 free and a gold in the women's 100-meter backstroke S9. What a Paralympic Games debut the 37-year-old mother of 3 is having. .107.92. That's not too far off, effectively half a second off Sophie Pascoe's world record.
And here's the first half. You saw Lizzie Smith from the United States. There were actually 3 USA swimmers in this final. She had a beautiful first start. Here's the Canadian as well, looking very good during the first half. And Riley Crossley, she went out pretty comfortably in comparison to what we've seen from her. She didn't have this explosive speed off the start. It really went out to Lizzie Smith. But what Riley Crossley did, which was so smart, was she controlled the first 50 and she came home so strong. She ended in 107.92, which is only about half a second from Sophie Pascoe's world record. I think we all thought those Pascoe world records would stand the test of time, but they do seem to be in danger.
Riley Crossley touching a 107.92 Paralympic Games record, 109.24, 109.27, separated by 0.03 of a second. Nuria Marquez takes the silver ahead of Mariana Ribeiro of Brazil. And they are both on the podium. Aspden of USA among those first to congratulate the champion. Confirming the results, Christy Riley-Crossley has gold in Paralympic Games record time, 107.92. Separated by 300ths of a second, Marcus takes the silver ahead of Ribeiro of Brazil. It's a good result for the 17-year-old Canadian Jib as well, touching in 1:12 to finish 5th. This is the final of the men's 200-meter freestyle S4. Ami Omar Dadon is the world record holder. He set that in Tokyo on his way to gold at the last games. He goes in lane 4 in this final. It's the world record holder going in the center lane alongside Angel Camacho of Mexico, who's having a pretty good Paris 2024. A couple of bronze medals already. Masabi of Canada is one to look out for, and so too is Federico Cristiani. But let's introduce the finalists. One of the greats of not only para-swimming but para-sport is Cameron Leslie, also a very fine wheelchair rugby player. 34-year-old, 3-time Paralympic Games champion, silver in 2022 after bronze at 2023. Going in lane 1 for Japan is Suzuki Takayuki, the Tokyo silver medalist. The 37-year-old has already won breaststroke gold here and silver in the 100 free. Neutral Paralympic athlete Roman Zhdanov, the bronze medalist from Tokyo, goes in lane 7, the world champion in 2019. Silver medalist, though, at the European Championships. He took gold in the 150 IM here. 4th in Tokyo is Luigi Beggiato, and the Italian goes in lane 2. 4th at the 2022 World Championships, 5th in 2023. The bronze medalist at the European Championships in April. Here's a man who might surprise a few. 19-year-old Sebastian Masabi. Swims out of the Pacific Sea Wolves Swim Club in British Columbia. There were only 3 swimmers who went sub 3 minutes in qualifying. This is one of those swimmers, Federico Cristiani of Italy, the 19-year-old who goes in lane 3. Silver in the 100 free at the European Championships. 5th in Tokyo was Angel Camacho of Mexico, seeking a 3rd medal of Paris 2024. He's already a 3-time Paralympic Games bronze medalist. He was the World Championship silver medalist last year. But going in lane 4 is Ami Omar Dadon of Israel, the Tokyo gold medalist. Won gold in the 100 free already. Won silver in the 150 IM. He's the 2-time and reigning world champion. He's the European champion. He's the world record holder, and he was quickest to qualify. Another race in which the Tokyo medalists Dadon, Suzuki and Zhdanov are all back in the final in Paris. But it's going to be tough for all 3 of them to be back on the podium, I'd suggest. Camacho of Mexico. He only finished 4th at the Pan American Games. That was the one blip on his swim times in recent times. Masabi of Canada is quick. He's got great use of his right arm, but only has the use of his right arm. If he can go sub 3 minutes, he'll be pushing for a podium place. The teenager from Canada. Italy's Cristiani going alongside Dadon. 2 Italians alongside one another in 2 and 3 with Beggiato and Cristiani going. Cameron Leslie will get away really well. He'll start from the blocks. Camacho gets off to a good start, so too does Suzuki for Japan, going in lane 1. Into his stroke quickly is Masabi, though. The Canadian is looking to go out relatively fast. Dadon, though, once he gets into his stroke, is very difficult to catch. His stroke between the turns and the start's really impressive, and so good at the turns. It would require something monumental for any one of the swimmers to be able to catch him, given his prowess at the turns in particular. Masabi, though, is giving it a good go in the opening 50 of the men's 200-meter freestyle, which is for the S4 swimmers, very much a race in which they need pacing. Suzuki looking good in one, touches first at the 50.
That's right. So the 200-meter freestyle is 4 lengths of the pool, and this is the S4 classification. So these are the relatively more impaired swimmers. Dadon, he kind of thrashes his head a little bit, so it's not the most efficient stroke, but what he does is he's powerful underwater. It's that catch. He's able to grasp so much water, and you see him breathing every single stroke. Suzuki tried to go out with him, but there really isn't another swimmer in this heat that is able to keep pace with Dadon. And then Baggiato right now looks to trying to put himself into third, but I wouldn't discount Zhdanov. Zhdanov, we saw him win a gold medal already, and right now you see him trying to come up onto Baggiato as they turn into the third 50.
Well, that was Cristiani is looking to get himself into third position. It's Dadon who's definitely leading the way. Cristiani finds himself inside the top 3 at the moment. Zhdanov absolutely come back into it, but Suzuki still holding on to second position as of now. But a great turn from Dadon sees him into the third 50 of 4 in this men's 200-meter freestyle and leading the way. The man who is overwhelming favorite in this race. Suzuki is still swimming particularly well, but he is going to be challenged here from Zhdanov, from Camacho, from Cristiani, who are all making moves. Now watch Camacho, his close is impressive, and that's where he could really give himself a chance of claiming his first ever silver in the Paralympic Games.
So Dadon's faster than he was this morning, but he is off of his world record time. That's okay. I mean, look how far he is in comparison to everyone else. Camacho trying to come home, and Zhdanov trying to get himself on the medal stand, and he really is hanging in there.
So it is Suzuki, though, who's upped his stroke rate most impressively. Zhdanov, though, is probably the most effective in the stroke at the moment, as Camacho is falling away a little. Zhdanov is coming back at Dadon. Suzuki falling away now. It's between Camacho and Suzuki for the bronze medal, you suspect, but gold is going to go to Amiamur Dadon. He touches first in 2:49.26. Zhdanov is going to take the silver here, and bronze is going to go to Suzuki, only just from Camacho by 0.03 of a second. Camacho is off the podium. 5th to Cristiani, 6th to Masabi of Canada, 7th to Baggiato, is just outside the 3-minute mark, and touching in 3:06 is Cameron Leslie of New Zealand. It's victory for Dadon, his second gold of these games, and defends the title he won in Tokyo in world record time. A 2:44.84 in Tokyo. He swims 2:49 to win in Paris.
And here you see the various starting positions for the swimmers in the S4 class. The starter actually kept them in the water for a long time. They were hanging on the wall for a while, which can be hard to hold yourself still, especially when you're so nervous. And Dadon, of course, went out to that early lead. He led this race from start to finish, and you see why he is so powerful. It's his catch under the water, even though he doesn't keep his head still, and he's not super efficient. He just is so strong every step of the way. And Zhdanov, I mean, you have to hand it to him. He went 2:53.01. That's an excellent swim for him. And Suzuki, of course, just sneaking in there for the bronze.
Well, given what we've seen in the world of para swimming in this event over the last few years, the fact that the Tokyo medalists Dadon, Suzuki and Zhdanov are back on the podium again,
it's amazing,
is very impressive. Camacho just off the podium, Masabi and Cristiani also just missing out. Leslie unable to challenge ultimately in the 200 freestyle S4. But that really is incredible for Dadon, Suzuki and Zhdanov. We don't finish in that order, Dadon, Zhdanov, Suzuki, the order in which they finish, but the Tokyo medalists all on the podium once again. Dadon takes gold in 2:49.26. Zhdanov has the silver in 2:53.01. 2:55.17 means bronze for Suzuki. The final of the men's 50-meter butterfly S6 now. And this is where a French hopeful will be going for victory. Xu Qing, the world record holder, sub 30 seconds, 29.89. Anything around 31 will be a good time. That world record is phenomenal. Only one of the Gutierrez brothers is in the final. It is the youngest of the Gutierrez brothers, Jesus, but Sanchez, Chadar, Crispin, Wang, Yang, Melon de Oliveira and Noitat of Thailand in this final. Introducing the finalists then, Akarin Noitat, the 20-year-old, 5th at the World Championships in 2022, 4th at the Asian Para Games. He's qualified for the final with a 34-second swim in the preliminaries. Going for Mexico in lane 1 is the youngest of the 3 Gutierrez brothers, Jesus, the 17-year-old, 4th at the 2022 World Championships. He won Pan American Games silver. Going in lane 7 is a man who finished 7th in Tokyo, Gabriel Melon de Oliveira. The 25-year-old didn't make the 2023 World Championships final after a 34.54 in the heats, but he's been swimming far better since then. David Sanchez, 5th in Tokyo, World Championships bronze medalist 2 years ago, silver at the European Championships this year for the 23-year-old. Now, this is a man who could spring a surprise. He's in great form, is Yang Hong of China, who goes in 6th. 24-year-old is already 100 breast and 200 IM gold here in Paris. 4th in Tokyo, but looking for gold in Paris. In front of his home fans is Laurent Chadar, the 2-time and reigning world champion, the European champion. Going in lane 5 for China, London and Rio bronze medalist, the Tokyo gold medalist is Wang Jing'an, the 33-year-old now 2019 world champion and silver medalist in 2023, Asian Para Games champion as well. Nelson Crispin was the bronze medalist in Tokyo, and he has genuinely dominated across the Americas in this event since then. The 2017 world champion, silver in 2022, bronze in 2023 at the World Championships, 9-time Paralympic Games medalist, looking for number 10 and aiming to be among those who've achieved the milestone of double figures Paralympic Games medals. Noitat of Thailand will go in this final. Chadar of France, though, among those who go, swims for France, a man who hails from the island of Réunion in the Indian Ocean island, a French overseas territory, and a bona fide hero as well. A few years ago, he actually saved a man's life. He leapt into water to rescue an unconscious man from drowning while he was holidaying. A remarkable man in his own right as well. He's an engineer, and he developed his own prosthetic arm so that he could continue bodyboarding after losing his arm and leg in a shark attack while bodyboarding. This is a stacked final, but Chadar is hopeful. With a great sense of anticipation and a roar from the crowd, this 50-meter fly S6 final gets underway. 1 length of the pool. Going really well is the defending champion Wang Jing'an in lane 5. It's a plenty of work for Crispin to do. Chadar, though, is making up a little bit of ground. It's Sanchez looking good for Spain in lane 2. Chadar now is being left behind by Crispin, who comes into his own, but it is Wang Jing'an with a commanding lead. Not quite on world record pace, but Wang is being caught by Crispin in the closing stages. Chadar closing too. Wang just gets there ahead of Crispin. Chadar on the podium with bronze. 31.24 the winning time. The top 3 all swim 31. 31.24 beats 31.53 and 31.65 for Chadar. After 4th in Tokyo, he's got his place on the podium. It might not be the colored medal that the French faithful in La Défense Arena would have wanted. But for Chadar, it is just reward. Wang only just holding on under immense pressure from fast-closing Crispin and Chadar.
Now, Chadar did not get off to the best start. You see, he's pretty behind, actually, when they pop up. But Wang, what a start from him. He flew. And then Crispin Corso, in those final 15, 20 meters, just charged to the wall. He almost had gold on that one. And Chadar needed a little bit more time to make up, which, of course, he didn't have. It was just the 50. But he looked very happy to get his hands on the wall for that 3rd bronze position. And Wang, wow, 31.24, quick swim.
The defending champion just manages to hold on. Crispin with that reach advantage almost had Wang on the stroke. but separated effectively by 0.4 of a second. Wang Jing'an defends the title he won in Tokyo, 31-24. Crispin takes his 10th Paralympic Games medal, is silver, and Chateau has bronze for France. This is the final of the women's 50-meter butterfly S6. Zhang Yuyan is the world record holder at 34.55. She swam 34.69 in Tokyo on her way to gold. She goes as one of 3 Chinese swimmers in this final. 2 from Ireland as well. Ukraine, Brazil and USA also in the final. All these swimmers sub 40 seconds. Going for People's Republic of China in lane 8. On a Paralympic Games debut, the 19-year-old, an emerging swimmer who hails from Hangzhou, the hosts of the last Asian Para Games. Going in lane 1 is Ukraine's Anna Hontar, 20-year-old, 4th at the 2022 World Championships, 6th at the European Championships earlier this year. It's a Paralympic Games debut for Dervla Brady of Ireland, the 17-year-old who was 5th at the World Championships last year, 4th at the European Championships. Goes after a 38.73 in qualifying in lane 7. Another swimmer from Ireland is Nicole Turner, who won silver in Tokyo. The 22-year-old returns as a 2-time World Championships bronze medalist and silver medalist at the European Championships and goes in 2. 7th in Tokyo is Liu Daomin. Now 25, the Asian Para Games silver medalist in Hangzhou in her 3rd and final event after bronze in the 200 IM and silver in the 100 breast, looking for gold. Brazil's Mayra do Amaral Petzold goes in lane 3. The 22-year-old is Pan American Games champion in Santiago. Going in lane 5, representing United States of America, Ellie Marks, who won bronze in Tokyo, now 34. She's won 3 silvers in Paris so far, is an 8 times Paralympic Games medalist, the world champion in 2022 and bronze medalist in Manchester last year. The favourite, though, for the title is the defending champion. She's just 19, is Zhang Yuyan. 50-meter free and relay golds here already. 4-time Paralympic Games champion, 2-time and reigning world champion, the Asian Para Games gold medalist and world record holder, having qualified over a second quicker than anybody else. It's going to be very, very difficult for anybody to challenge Zhang. Ellie Marks, Nicole Turner, Liu Daomin, Mayra do Amaral are among the competitors who'll be looking to challenge for a place on the podium, but it is going to require a mammoth effort from anybody to beat Zhang's time if she's on her time.
Right, exactly.
The Tokyo medalists, though, have all returned for the 2024 final. Zhang, Turner and Marks all on the blocks for the women's 50 fly S6 final.
Take your marks.
Not the best reaction time from Zhang, but Ellie Marks very quickly into the water and into her stroke. Zhang, though, has got a great underwater and pops out in front when she breaks water. Nicole Turner's looking really strong, going for Ireland in lane 2 as well, up toward the 25-meter mark, and it's Zhang ahead of Nicole Turner as things stand. It's Mayra do Amaral Petzold of Brazil who's coming back and trying to close down on Turner, but it looks like Liu Daomin has got herself up into second position. Zhang is not going to hit her world record mark here. It's going to be a fast time regardless, though. Zhang is going to romp to the gold medal. Zhang takes gold. Who takes silver and bronze? It's Liu, just ahead of do Amaral Petzold of Brazil. So China 1-2 and Brazil on the podium, courtesy of the Pan American Games champion. 35.03 the winning time. By over 2 seconds, Zhang takes gold. Mayra do Amaral can't believe that she's on the podium. She's got bronze, goes sub 38 seconds.
And you can see Ellie Marks actually got off to a nice start here, but nobody can keep pace with Zhang once she gets into her stroke. She uses her left side to just keep pace. Even though there's an imbalance, what she does is she compensates that by continuing to stroke. And here she is off her world record, but that's fine. She's over a body length ahead of Liu Daomin, who was second with 37.10. Ellie Marks, that was a disappointing finish for her. That's okay, she's won some other medals here so far, but wow, Zhang, 35.03.
It's so difficult to try to challenge for a place, because if you're going to challenge Zhang's time at the start, you're going to run out of energy at the end, and I fear there were a couple of swimmers who did so. Mark 7th, Turner 6th in this final, but Zhang takes gold ahead of Liu with Mayra Amaral Petzold of Brazil on the podium after a 37.51 swim. Hontar finishes 4th.
It's a good place finish for her. Hontar more of a freestyler, so it's a strong finish for her in that fly.
Now bear in mind, we have a host of victory ceremonies interspersed between the events. This is the victory ceremony for the men's 100-meter backstroke S7.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the men's 100 meters backstroke S7.
The athletes make their way out. Those on the podium. 2 from Ukraine and bronze medalist from Italy.
Les médailles seront remises par
The medals will be presented by
Monsieur Paul Maurier, préfet, directeur général des services de la métropole du Grand Paris.
Executive Director of the Métropole du Grand Paris.
Paul Maurier, the CEO of the Métropole du Grand Paris, is the individual who will present the medals, and he's accompanied by Soufiane El Asfouri, the Deputy Mayor of Île-Saint-Denis.
Médaille de bronze, représentant l'Italie.
Bronze medalist representing Italy,
Federico
Federico Biccelli.
Biccelli had a very tough ask to try to chase down those ahead of him. The likes of Christian Sadi got off to a great start. Semyonovs as well, and Yevgeny Bogodaiko of Ukraine pushed the pace in the early stages, but he paced his race well, did Federico Biccelli, and looked to close hard against some fine swimmers, including Alexei Ganyuk as well, and he touched in 1:12.23 to claim the bronze medal in the men's 100-meter backstroke S7.
Silver medalist representing Ukraine, Andrei Trusov.
Andrei Trusov has his 3rd silver medal of Paris 2024. Twice a Paralympic Games champion, the defending champion could not get his hand on the wall first. The world record holder, the European champion, the reigning world champion, the defending champion, came into this race with high hopes, but he was outpaced and outturned at the wall. He touched in 1:10.42. And takes silver in the men's 100-meter backstroke S7.
Médaille d'or et champion paralympique, représentant l'Ukraine.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing Ukraine.
Yuri Schendler is champion, the silver medalist at the last World Championships, the bronze medalist at the European Championships. Went just outside his lifetime best, 109.51, to touch first in a final that he looked to take to the swimmers around him. He paced it perfectly, not going out as fast as compatriot Borodajko, and maybe not closing quite so fast as some others in the race, but doing enough to put together over 100 meters the best time, 109.51. He claims his first Paralympic Games medal, and it's gold in the 100-meter backstroke S7.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you are able for the anthem of Ukraine.
Mesdames et messieurs, les médaillés paralympiques.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Paralympic medalists.
The medalists in the men's 100-meter backstroke S7, Federico Biccelli has bronze, Andrei Trissov silver, and Yuri Schendler is champion for a first time, and he's done it in his favorite event.
And now the victory ceremony for the men's 100-meter backstroke class S9.
Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie des vainqueurs du 100 mètres de hommes S9.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the men's 100 meters backstroke S9.
Veuillez accueillir les médaillés.
Please welcome the medalists.
Les médailles seront remises par
The medals will be presented by
Madame Yasmine Camara, conseillère régionale de l'Île de France.
The medals will be presented by Yasmin Kamara,
de Paris 2024.
Special Delegate of the Regional Council of Ile-de-France to Olympic and Paralympic Games.
Accompagné par Madame Kachan Abay, adjointe au maire de Montigny.
And she'll be assisted by Kachan Abay.
Sociale, du handicap et des seniors.
Deputy Mayor of Montigny-les-Bretonneux, in charge of social and care disability and senior policies.
Médaille de bronze, athlète paralympique neutre.
Bronze medalist, neutral Paralympic athlete, Bogdan Moskovoy.
The bronze medal going to neutral Paralympic athlete Bogdan Moskovoy. And the silver medalist needs no introduction. It goes to Hugo Didier of France.
Médaille d'or, le champion paralympique, athlète paralympique neutre.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion, neutral Paralympic athlete, Yehor Skalkana.
And the gold medal goes to neutral Paralympic athlete Yahor Shalkanau. He went 1:00.76 and broke the Paralympic record in the process.
Mesdames et messieurs, si vous le pouvez, veuillez vous lever pour l'hymne paralympique.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you're able for the Paralympic anthem.
And here are the medalists for the men's 100-meter backstroke class S9. The bronze medal goes to Bogdan Moskovoy, a neutral Paralympic athlete. The silver medal goes to Hugo Didier from France. And the gold medal goes to Yahor Shalkanau, a neutral Paralympic athlete.
This is the final of the men's 50-meter backstroke S5. World record still held by the great Chateau, 31:42. Some mark laid down on his way to gold in Tokyo. Three of his compatriots go in this final. Three from China, and they are the three quickest qualifiers. Two from Japan, Brazil, Ukraine, and Spain also represented in this final. And the real question is whether or not China will sweep the medals in this event. We've yet to see a medal sweep at Paris 2024 for a single event. And this is where People's Republic of China are aiming to do precisely that. Let's meet the finalists, the 8 competitors who qualified quickest for the men's 50-meter backstroke S5 final. Going in lane 8, representing Spain, is the 37-year-old Antoni Pons, the 100-meter breaststroke silver medalist here. Silver medalist at the 2022 World Championships, European Championship silver medalist in April. Going for Japan in lane 1 is 19-year-old Hinata Kaede, bronze medalist at the 2022 World Championships, 6th in Manchester at the 2023 World Champs. 7th in Tokyo was Tanaka Eigo, the 20-year-old goes in lane 7. 4th at the Asian Para Games in Hangzhou, qualified with a 36.85. Another teenager, 19-year-old Samuel da Silva de Oliveira, goes in lane 2 for Brazil. The 2022 World Champion, Pan American Games gold medalist as well. 4th in Tokyo was Ukraine's Yaroslav Semenenko, the 37-year-old, who took a bronze medal in the 100-meter backstroke S6 in Rio, but then was classed to an S5. He's the European champion, goes in 6th. Tokyo bronze medalist is Wang Liqiao, the 30-year-old 2019 world champion, Asian Para Games silver medalist. He goes in lane 3. Guo Jincheng goes in lane 5. Bronze at the World Championships last year for the 23-year-old. He took silver at the Asian Para Games. Already 1 gold and 1 silver here. But going as the favorite perhaps is the 24-year-old Yuan Weiyi, the world champion, the Asian Para Games champion, and the quickest to qualify. And he didn't just qualify by a shade ahead of anybody else. He qualified quicker by nearly 2 seconds. Will China sweep the medals is the question many will be asking.
Yeah, and they're all next to each other. They're in lanes 3, 4, and 5. That means they all the quickest times during the preliminaries, and you're going to see they all use a device to start, and they're entirely on their legs. It's such a powerful kick that the Chinese have here.
So we're going to see contrasting styles. Somebody like Pons, for example, has limited use with his lower limbs. Instead, it'll be arms for Pons. For the Chinese swimmers, it'll be all leg power. Into the pool. Ahead of the start of the men's 50 backstroke S5, 1 length of the pool in backstroke. Getting away really well was Da Silva de Oliveira of Brazil going in lane 2. But watch out for the Chinese swimmers as they break water. It is Da Silva de Oliveira, though, who's come up just in front of Wang. But Wang is starting to pull away already through 25 meters. The Brazilian is maintaining pace with him now. Yuan and Guo are still very much in the mix for medals. Guo noticeable and identifiable because he doesn't swim with the swim cap. De Oliveira now is fading. It is Wang, Yuan and Guo who are heading toward the wall now. But it is Yuan who is leading the way. He is going to touch first. It is going to be a China 1, 2, 3. Yuan touches ahead of Guo and Wang. They sweep in the men's 50-meter backstroke S5. 32:47 the winning time. Yuan Weiyi, the world champion, the Asian Para Games champion, is now the Paralympic Games champion in Paris. 33:02 for Guo Jincheng as he claims his 3rd medal here and his 2nd silver. Wang Liqiao on the podium as well with bronze, the Tokyo bronze medalist.
And look at that start. 7 of 8 swimmers were using a device, all holding it in between their teeth. And they use that and they dive backwards. These swimmers don't have arms, so they're entirely on their legs, and their legs can last for a 50. That's the difference between a sprint and a distance your legs can last. And what China does so well here is they're all on their legs. You can see the top 2 are doing that fly kick, and then the other one is doing a freestyle, and Yuan comes in first, slams his head into the wall, followed by Guo with that freestyle kick, and then Wang. And I didn't realize Yuan Weiyi went 32:47. He's only about a second off of Zheng Tao's world record.
Well, this is it. We were speaking about Sophie Pascoe's records and thinking that nobody's going to come close to them for ages. Similarly, Zheng Tao's world record, you're thinking nobody's going to come close to it, but within a second was the victor, Yuan Weiyi. China sweep in the men's 50-meter backstroke S5, 32:47 the winning time for Yuan Weiyi ahead of Guo Jincheng. Wang Liqiao takes the bronze. Samuel Da Silva de Oliveira finishes 4th, 35:16. This is the final of the women's 50-meter backstroke S5. Lu Dong, the world record holder, 37:18 on her way to victory in Tokyo, will go in this final. The question again in the 50-meter backstroke S5 is, will China sweep in this event? There is a considerable chance that that might happen with 3 athletes to go in the center lanes, 2 from Turkey as well. But let's introduce the finalists.
Please welcome the athletes for the women's 50 meters backstroke S5 final.
Going in lane 8 is the Tokyo bronze medalist Sevile Öztürk, the 20-year-old French-born World Championship silver medalist 2 years ago, silver at the European Championships, flag bearer for Turkey at Paris 2024's opening ceremony. Going for Philippines in lane 1 is the 21-year-old Angel May Otom, 4th at the 2023 World Championships, studying sports science, swimming in the final against her hero Lu Dong. Going in lane 7, representing Great Britain, is Tully Kearney, the 27-year-old who's already won the 100 and 200 meter freestyle doubles here in Paris. 4th in Tokyo was Sumaya Boyachi of Turkey. The 21-year-old goes in lane 2 as the 2022 world champion and bronze in 2023. She won bronze as well at the European Championships in April. Watch out for the final 15 meters of this swimmer, Irina Poida, 26-year-old, silvers in the 100 and 200 freestyle here, 6th at the World Championships last year, but she's the European champion. Going in lane 3 is the Tokyo gold medalist in the S4 classification, Liu Yu, 35-year-old now, twice Paralympic Games champion, but 4th in all 3 of her events in Paris so far. He Xianghao goes in lane 5. The 19-year-old won relay gold already at her first Paralympic Games. She's the silver medalist from last year's World Championships in Manchester. But the Tokyo gold medalist in the S5 classification is Lu Dong. The 32-year-old has won relay gold here to become a 6-time Paralympic Games champion. She's the reigning world champion and the world record holder, and goes as the fastest qualifier in lane 4. She was the only swimmer to go sub 40 seconds in the heats, and we know she can go at least 2 seconds faster in the final.
So the Chinese swimmers are going to be 3, 4, and 5. They were the fastest qualifiers. But it's not so wrapped up like it was for the men. There's a couple swimmers in here who could really challenge Ukraine, Irina Poida. Also, Tully Kearney, more of a freestyle swimmer, but always dangerous, never count her out.
And don't discount the 2 athletes from Turkey, Öztürk as well. I remember when she was competing in Rio as a 12-year-old, the youngest athlete ever to represent Turkey at the Paralympic Games. And then she went on to claim that incredible bronze in the 50 fly S5 at her debut Games. If the legs can last, Öztürk and Boyaci can challenge for a place on the podium. So plunging into the pool ahead of the start of the women's 50-meter backstroke S5. 3 from China, 2 from Turkey, Philippines, Ukraine and Great Britain also represented in this final. Lu Dong, the world record holder and defending champion, goes in 4.
Your marks.
Getting away well in lane 5 was He Xianghao, who's got a really superb underwater. And looking to go driving with the legs is He Xianghao and Lu Dong. Lu Dong is out in front with 25 meters into this race ahead of He Xianghao. Liu is a little further back now. It's Otom looking really strong for Philippines, and Boyaci is now making up a little bit of ground on her. Liu Yu has got some work to do in chasing down the swimmers from Philippines and Turkey, but out in front and just about on world record pace as well is Lu Dong, the defending champion, a world record holder, comes to the wall in 37.51 to take gold. He has the bronze, and fading fast means Liu takes bronze for China. Otom and Boyaci fading in the closing stages. Boyaci finishes 4th. Liu just makes up ground on her. Lu Dong in 37.51 is champion by nearly 2.5 seconds in this race. A dominant display from the 32-year-old to claim gold again. A 7-time Paralympic Games champion now.
So that means China has just swept the S5 classification for both the men and the women. And here again, you saw just now many of these swimmers using something between their teeth. And what they do is they use that to hold them up, and then they push themselves forward, arch their back with their legs. And Lu Dong is in a class by herself. But look how far behind Lu Yu came. Lu Yu is only on her arms, and she has so much ground to make up, which is so difficult in a 50, but her back half was tremendous. And here she is passing Tully Kearney in lane 7, and everyone else. Lu Yu comes in with a 42.37. Excellent swim by her and the other Chinese swimmers.
It was impressive from Liu because she didn't have much of an underwater, and she had the worst start of any of the competitors in the field. But Lu Dong had a very impressive start, got away well, and was not to be caught. World champion, world record holder, defending champion, champion again at the Paralympic Games. Lu Dong takes gold by nearly 2.5 seconds in the women's 50-meter backstroke S5. 37.51 ahead of He Xianghao, 39.93. 42.37 takes bronze for Liu Yu, who finished strong. Boyaci just off the podium in Paris. Otom, 44 seconds for Philippines, touches 6th in this final, and Poida, rather inexplicably, Touches in 44.29 to finish 8th behind Öztürk.
Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie de vainqueur du 100 mètres de femmes S9.
Ladies and gentlemen,
This is the victory ceremony for the women's 100-meter backstroke S9. The medalists making their way out. USA, Spain and Brazil on the podium.
Les médailles seront remises par
the medals will be presented by
Monsieur Massimo Diguet, Directeur Adjoint de World Parasports.
Massimo Diguet, the Deputy Director of World Parasports, will present the medals. And he's accompanied by the Deputy Mayor of Montigny-les-Bretonneux, Ketchan Abay.
Les Bretonneux en charge de l'action sociale, du handicap et des seniors.
Deputy Mayor of Montigny-les-Bretonneux, in charge of social and care, disability and senior policies.
Médaillé de bronze représentant le Brésil.
Bronze medalist representing Brazil, Mariana Ribeiro.
The bronze medalist from Brazil, the 29-year-old, having previously won freestyle bronze at the Paralympic Games, now wins bronze in the women's 100-meter backstroke S9. The bronze medalist at the last World Championships, gold at the Pan American Games. She touched in 109.27 to miss out on silver by 0.03 of a second. A little piece of the Eiffel Tower in each of the medals. The iconic landmark in France's capital, and a keepsake and collector's item for each athlete on the podium. Ribeiro with bronze.
Médaillé d'argent représentant l'Espagne.
Silver medalist representing Spain, Nuria Marquez Soto.
Nuria Marquez on the podium again. After her relay bronze here, she takes silver in this event, the women's 100-meter backstroke S9. An event that she had previously won 2 silvers in, both in Rio and Tokyo. But by 0.03 of a second, she touches ahead of Ribeiro of Brazil. 109.24 her time. He's got half a dozen Paralympic Games medals now. 1 gold from Rio, a 3rd silver and 2 bronzes. The 2-time world champion.
Médaillée d'or et championne paralympique représentant les États-Unis d'Amérique.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing United States of America, Christy Raleigh Crossley.
Christy Raleigh Crossley is having quite a time in Paris 2024. This is her first Paralympic Games. She's only ever swum at 1 major international meet before, and that was the World Championships in Manchester last year, where she swum the 100-meter backstroke and a medley relay. She's already set a world record in the 50-meter freestyle S10 and won silver swimming a class up in the women's 100-meter backstroke S9. She takes gold in Paralympic Games record time 107.92. She survived an accident, being struck by a car as a pedestrian and a tumor, and is now on the top tier of the podium at the Paralympic Games. The USA have another medal,
Ladies and gentlemen,
and it's courtesy of Christy Raleigh Crossley.
of the United States of America.
medalists in the women's 100-meter backstroke S9. Riley Crossley takes gold for USA. Marks takes silver for Spain. And Ribeiro has bronze for Brazil. Close, not quite New York, but New Jersey is where Riley Crossley's from. The mother of three getting to celebrate with their children.
And now the victory ceremony for the men's 200-meter freestyle class S4.
Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie des vainqueurs de 200 mètres nage libre homme S9.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the men's 200 meters freestyle S4.
Veuillez accueillir les médaillés.
Please welcome the medalists.
Les médailles seront remises par
The medals will be presented by
l'honorable Chris Bishop, ministre des Sports et des Loisirs Récréatifs.
The medals will be presented by the Honorable Chris Bishop.
New Zealand,
Accompagné par Monsieur Andrew Rubin, président de la Fédération mondiale.
And he'll be accompanied by Mr. Andrew Rubin.
Chair of World Federation in the Sporting Goods Industry.
Médaillé de bronze représentant le Japon.
Bronze medalist representing Japan, Takayuki Suzuki.
The bronze medalist representing Japan, Takayuki Suzuki. He was a silver medalist in Tokyo, but he was a 2:55.17 here, which was quick enough for bronze.
Médaillé d'argent, athlète paralympique neutre.
Silver medalist, neutral Paralympic athlete, Roland-Garros.
And the silver medalist is neutral Paralympic athlete Roman Zdanov. He went 2:53.01. He bettered his sea time from the morning swim by over 10 seconds. What a phenomenal swim by Zdanov.
Champion paralympique, représentant Israël.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion, representing Israel.
And the gold medalist representing Israel is Ami Omar Dadan. There was nobody even close to him, and he swam to a 2:49.26. This is the world record holder, the Paralympic record holder, Dadan.
Mesdames et messieurs, si vous le pouvez, veuillez vous lever pour l'hymne d'Israël.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you are able for the anthem of Israel.
And here are the medalists from the men's 200-meter freestyle class S4. The bronze from Japan, Takayuki Suzuki. The gold, a neutral Paralympic athlete, Roman Zdanov. And the gold goes to Israel's Dadan.
This is the final of the men's 200-meter individual medley SM11. So this is for swimmers with incredibly limited vision, and they will all swim with blackened goggles. Rogier Dorsman is the world record holder and Paralympic Games record holder, on his way to gold in Tokyo. There are 8 competitors who go, 2 from Ukraine alongside one another in 5 and 6. One of the standouts of Paris 2024 has been Czechia's David Kratochvil, who goes in lane 3, but Dorsman goes as the defending champion in 4. Let's meet the 8 finalists in the men's 200 IM SM11. Going in lane 8 is Marco Menezes of Portugal. The 23-year-old is a very strong backstroker. Swim until you're exhausted is his motto. Brian Triana of Colombia goes in lane 1. He actually broke his hand touching at the 2023 Pan American Games as he claimed silver. Going in lane 7 for Spain is 31-year-old José Ramón Quintero, 6th at the World Championships, 5th at the European Championships. Yang Bo-Tun, one of the legends of para-swimming, London gold medalist, Rio bronze medalist, the 38-year-old now from Tianjin, 16-time Paralympic Games medalist, 5-time champion, goes in lane 2. Tokyo silver medalist Mihailo Serbin goes in 6 for Ukraine. 100-meter backstroke gold in world record time here already. 2022 silver and 2023 bronze at the World Championships. From Czechia, David Kratochvil, just 16. Gold in the 400 free, silver in the 100 back. 4th at the last 2 World Championships, though, for the man who claimed bronze at the European Championships. 2012 and 2016 bronze for Danilo Chufarov, the 35-year-old who took 100 backstroke bronze here. He's the reigning world champion, silver medalist at the European Championships, though. Going in lane 4 is Rogier Dorsman of Netherlands. The 25-year-old is the defending champion. He took silver in the 400 free here. He's still aiming for gold in Paris 2024. Might it come in the event in which he's the 2-time world champion? Silver, though, at the last World Championships. Broke the world record by winning at the European Championships, though, as he swam at 2:18.01. Yang Bo-Tun. Alongside him, though, is Triana of Colombia, whose mother also has visual impairments. Competed for Colombia as well previously, now works in marketing. Kratochvil has been one of the standouts so far. Must be the breakthrough swimmer of Paris 2024, or at least one of them.
Oh yeah, I mean, he has been challenging Dorsman. He took away that gold medal that Dorsman was so heavily favored to win in the 400 free. Dorsman, though, if he's going to have a hard time with Chufarov in the backstroke. Chufarov's so good there, but Dorsman in the breaststroke, the freestyle, the butterfly, and he needs to just relax here, right? I mean, there's so much pressure on him, and this is his race. He holds the world record in it.
So this is for athletes with the most limited vision, the SM11 classification. There are 2 swimmers who have prosthetic eyes, do not need to swim with blackened out goggles. One is Menezes, who doesn't swim with goggles at all. The other is Kratochvil. But Dorsman, as defending champion and world record holder, goes in 4 for Netherlands. Oh, that is a sensational start from Dorsman. He exploded off the blocks and gets into his stroke. He's in front of Kratochvil at the moment, with Chufarov looking really strong alongside him. Now, this is a medley, individual medley, so there are going to be 4 lengths of the pool, 1 in each of the strokes, starting with butterfly, then into backstroke, then into breaststroke, and then finishing with fly. It's Kratochvil, though, who's leading the way through the opening 50, only just ahead of Dorsman.
That's right. So Kratochvil touching first with the 28.96 ahead of world record holder Dorsman. Dorsman now coming into the backstroke. It is critical that the swimmers stay straight. If they start to zigzag, if they start to get tangled into the lane line, that's really going to cost them. But also hanging with them with Chufarov and Dorsman is with Kratochvil and Dorsman is Chufarov.
Shufarov is actually going past Dorsman at the moment, who's just hit the lane rope to his left. Kratochvil is in second. Shufarov is taking the lead and will take the lead going into the final 100 as they enter the breaststroke leg now, and this is where things might change a little, but these three have pulled well clear of anybody else in the pool. Fourth is Mihailo Serbin, who'll come into his own now as well, but he's about 7 seconds back of the Ukrainian, and Dorsman, who's a great breaststroker.
Yep. Here comes Dorsman trying to pass Shufarov, and they seem to be leaving Kratochvil a little bit behind, although watch out because Kratochvil has got a great freestyle. But look at Dorsman go, and he needs this. He needs to make his move now if he's going to come in first.
Is he going to claim gold in this event? Young Bosun is making a push for fourth at the moment, but it is the three swimmers out in front, Dorsman, Shufarov and Kratochvil, who are going to hit the wall. Separated by a second, though, are Dorsman and Shufarov at the wall. Dorsman is an excellent freestyler. Kratochvil is an excellent freestyler. Shufarov is more than proficient in the stroke. Dorsman, though, is just leaning into the lane rope down his right, and that is slowing him slightly. Shufarov is going to come back at him in the closing 25 meters. He's swimming very straight at the moment. Is Ukraine's Shufarov. Dorsman is leading. Kratochvil is making up ground, but he's well behind in third. Dorsman knows that he's in front, possibly by the loudness of the cheers. Dorsman hits in Paralympic Games record time, 2:18:36, to take gold ahead of Shufarov, with Kratochvil on the podium again, this time with bronze. Kratochvil completing his collection of Paralympic Games medals here in Paris. After 400 free gold and silver in the 100 back, he's got bronze in the 200 IM SM11. But Rogier Dorsman has the gold medal he so dearly desired. After 3 golds in Tokyo, he's finally got gold in Paris. 2:18:36. That is a sensational mark, having just broken the world record a few months ago at the European Championships in Funchal.
Dorsman has got to be happy about this one. Dorsman always shooting off the block. He's got such a quick reaction time. Really all the Dutch swimmers do, but Dorsman in particular. He went out well in the fly, and then he got into the backstroke, but where he made his move in the breaststroke, we knew he would. He went right past Shufarov. They left Kratochvil behind there, and Dorsman, he went 2:18:36. That's only about 3/10 off of his world record. That's how quick he was, and even hugged that lane line in the freestyle a little bit on the way home, which tells you he could be even quicker. Here's the tap you can see for the swimmers coming right in. The tap is what tells them where the wall is and where to turn. There's Dorsman, kind of getting a little close to that lane line. If he could clean up that last 50, that would have been a world record. You can see he's just shy of it, but it kind of doesn't matter here. All that mattered was he got his hand on the wall first, and he's got to be so relieved.
Well, the way he took the swim cap off immediately and waved it around in the air, pumping his fist.
He's still pumping his fist.
He's still pumping his fist. Yeah, you're not getting to see it, but Rogier Dorsman is still pumping his fist as he walks around outside of the pool. The goggles have been checked. We await the official results. But in Paralympic Games record time, 2:18:36, Rogier Dorsman is champion in the 200 IM SM11 once again. That smile tells a fantastic story. 4-time champion at the Paralympic Games now. He defends the title he won in Tokyo. 06:65 he was out in. He was third at the 100 mark, but 2:18:36. Dorsman claims gold ahead of Shufarov and Kratochvil. This is the final of the women's 200-meter individual medley SM11. Daria Lukyanenko is the new world record holder. That's set at the European Championships in Funchal in April. 2 from Great Britain, 3 from China. Lukyanenko, neutral Paralympic athlete. Lisette Bruinsma of Netherlands, and Mathilde Alcazar on her 29th birthday. Here is the 29-year-old today, Mathilde Alcazar, the Parapan American Games gold medalist, 6th at the World Championships, but celebrating her birthday, how she would love a place on the podium. Both Humphrey twins go in this final. Eliza goes in the wide lane in lane 1, the European Championships bronze medalist. Going for People's Republic of China in lane 7 is Chateau, the 25-year-old who won silver in the 400 free, somewhat sensationally. The 2019 World Championships bronze medalist and Asian Para Games silver medalist goes in 7. Scarlett Humphrey goes for Great Britain in lane 2. 5th at the World Championships in Manchester last year, after working as a volunteer in 2019. The silver medalist in Tokyo is Tsai Liwen. The 25-year-old has already won 100 backstroke gold here. She won silver at the World Championships last year and gold at the Asian Para Games in Hangzhou. 4th in Tokyo is Daria Lukyanenko, but the now 20-year-old has already taken bronzes in the 100 back and 400 free here. The 2019 World Championships bronze medalist broke the world record to win the European Championships in April. Tokyo gold medalist is Marcia, the 26-year-old, 50 free gold here. 2023 world champion. Asian Para Games bronze, though. Going for Netherlands in lane 4 is Lisette Bruinsma. Gold in Rio 8 years ago. She was off the podium in Tokyo by touching 5th. But gold in the 400 free here already, the 2019 world champion. Bronze at the last World Championships, European Championships, silver medalist. So 3 from China, 2 from Great Britain. But Lisette Bruinsma is among the favourites for the title here. Was quickest to qualify in 2:45. And there's always a battle between Bruinsma and Ma.
But don't count out Lukyanenko, the world record holder, 2:38.47. She didn't swim particularly quick during prelims, but if she goes anywhere close to her time, she's going to be very dangerous.
Eliza and Scarlett Humphrey, the twin sisters of Great Britain, go alongside one another. This is perhaps Scarlett's better event, who goes in lane 2. Lukyanenko in 3, the world record holder. Margia, the defending champion, in 5. Lisette Bruinsma, quickest qualifier, in 4.
Your mark.
Great start from Bruinsma of Netherlands. And she is going to pop up behind 2 Chinese swimmers. Tsai Liwen with a fantastic underwater ahead of Ma Jia at the moment, the Tokyo gold medalist, but the 2 Chinese swimmers looking to pull away in the fly leg. So 4 lengths of the pool, 1 in each of the strokes. And at the moment, Ma Jia, it's something that you've pointed out previously, Deb. She does swim incredibly straight in this classification for swimmers with the most severe visual impairment and who all wear blackened goggles to ensure no vision.
Yeah, she does. Tsai Liwen was out quick, but Tsai Liwen was really zigzagging. She actually looks like she maybe even crashed into Ma Jia at one point. So Tsai Liwen, who had that amazing butterfly, but you couldn't tell because she was zigzagging so much. Now the swimmers are onto their backstroke. Bruinsma, who I would have expected to be quicker based on her swim from this morning, now sitting in about 6th. Tsai Liwen 5th. Now Tsai Liwen out really quick. Ma Jia just behind her. And Lukyanenko looks to be in 3rd.
Tsai Liwen is already the champion in the 100 backstroke here. She was expecting to put in a good backstroke leg. She leads through the 100 meters in 1:14.92 ahead of Ma. She finds herself swimming into the lane rope down the right as she comes off the wall. This is where Lukyanenko might make a move, the world record holder. Ma Jia, though, is pushing alongside Tsai Liwen. Chateau as well. She got herself into silver medal position in the Asian Para Games, courtesy of her breaststroke leg. But it is the 3 Chinese swimmers, and Lukyanenko have pulled away. Bruinsma, coming from a long way back, is trying to get herself back into the reckoning, but she is now in 5th. It is the three Chinese swimmers and Lukyanenko in front. Ma Jia is going to touch just ahead of Lukyanenko at the 150 mark, just outside 2 minutes.
Yep, and here comes Lukyanenko trying to make a move during this last 50. Ma Jia, an amazing sprinter. We know how quick she is in the 50, but can she hold on for the 200 IM? Look at this charge from Lukyanenko at the end.
Well, Ma Jia is the 50 free gold medalist and a superb sprinter, but after swimming 3 different legs in 3 different strokes, it's a very different prospect in the women's 200 individual medley SM11. Lukyanenko is closing quickest, and she's going to come to the wall, perhaps in world record time. Lukyanenko ahead of Ma Jia will smash the world record, 2:37.77. Ma Jia touches for the silver, and Tai Li-wan is on the podium with bronze, 2:37.77. What a mark! What a swim! She's taken down her own world record by nearly a second. 4th for Bruinsma of Netherlands. Zhang Xiaotong touches 5th. 6th for Scarlett Humphrey. Eliza touches 7th. Some 10 seconds back of her sister. And Alcazar finishes in 3:05.45 on her 29th birthday. But Lukyanenko, champion, and somewhat emphatically out-sprinting Ma Jia in a freestyle at the end of a 200 IM. That is some going.
Yeah, that was really impressive. And here you see the start. Bruinsma, another phenomenal start from the Dutch swimmers. And what happened here in that fly, Bruinsma though, even though she had that amazing start, she was not able to swim out as fast as the others. And this is Ma Jia, and you can't quite see, but Ma Jia and Tai Li-wan actually almost went into each other during the first leg. And Tai Li-wan really battling with the lane line here, and that cost her. Here's Ma Jia now flipping onto the backstroke. And she had a good breaststroke here, but it wasn't a strong enough freestyle. She could not hold off that closing speed from Lukyanenko, the world record holder, who went on to break her own world record with a 2:37.77.
So in world record time, Daria Lukyanenko claims her first Paralympic Games gold medal. 2:37.77, takes down her own world record mark by 0.7 of a second. Phenomenal breaststroke leg. Got herself right back into the reckoning and then closed with an exceptional final 50 against the 50-meter freestyle gold medalist Ma Jia. Confirming the results in the women's 200-meter individual medley SM11 in world record time 2:37.77. Daria Lukyanenko is champion ahead of China's Ma Jia and China's Tai Li-wan. This is the victory ceremony for the men's 50-meter butterfly S6.
Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie de vainqueur du 50 mètres papillon homme S6.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the men's 50 meters butterfly S6.
The medalists make their way out. Crispin with a record-breaking medal for Colombia. Wang, the champion, and the home hopeful on the podium as well in Chateau. Chants of Laurent as the medalists make their way out.
Les médailles seront remises par
The medals will be presented by
Monsieur Martin Moncel, ancien membre du conseil d'administration du Comité international paralympique.
Former
governing board member of the International Paralympic Committee, Martin Mansell, will present the medals. And he's accompanied by the chair and CEO of the FDJ Group, Stéphane Palais.
Médaillé de bronze, représentant la France.
Laurent Chateau is a very popular individual. Not only is he an all-round likable character, but he's a grand ambassador for para-swimming. And he represents the host nation. The two-time reigning world champion and European champion after his fourth place finish in Tokyo. Came into this race with hopes high of a medal. Indeed, he claimed one. Bronze in the men's 50 butterfly S6 in 31.65.
Silver medalist representing Colombia, Nelson Crispin-Corzo.
Nelson Crispin is making a bit of a habit of collecting silver medals at the Paralympic Games. He's got 1 bronze, 1 gold, and 8 silver medals now. He becomes the first Colombian to win 10 Paralympic Games medals and a milestone into double figures at the Paralympic Games. He swam 31.53 to claim silver in a race he won bronze in last time out, the men's 50 fly S6.
Médaillé d'or, le champion paralympique, représentant la République populaire de Chine.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing People's Republic of China, Wang Jing'an.
Wang Jing'an, a former world champion, silver medalist last time out in Manchester, the Asian Para Games champion, looking to claim gold again as he did in Tokyo. Indeed, he defended his title with a 31.24 to claim his second gold medal at the Paralympic Games and his 4th medal in this event, after bronzes in London and Rio and gold in Tokyo. He is champion again of the Paralympic Games. Here, the men's 50-meter butterfly S6.
Mesdames et messieurs, si vous le pouvez, veuillez-vous lever pour l'hymne de la République populaire de Chine.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you are able for the anthem of the People's Republic of China.
Mesdames et messieurs, le médaillé paralympique.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Paralympic medalists.
The medalists in the men's 50-meter butterfly S6. Bronze to Laurent Chateau of France. Colombia's Nelson Crispin takes silver, and Wang Jing'an of China is champion again. Celebrate with your family on home soil. Special moment for Laurent Chateau. Oh, there we go. Well, I know who's getting the mascot. And Wang with another sensational goal.
And now the victory ceremony for the women's 50-meter butterfly class S6.
Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie de vainqueur du 50 mètres papillon femme S6.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the women's 50 meters butterfly S6.
Veuillez accueillir les médaillés.
Please welcome the medalists.
Les médailles seront remises par
The medals will be presented by
Monsieur Martin Mansell, ancien membre du conseil d'administration du comité.
Medals being presented by Mr. Martin Mansell.
the governing board member of the International Paralympic Committee.
Accompagné
Accompanied by
Monsieur Dominique
And he's accompanied by Mr. Dominique Gaulan.
Maire de Denis.
First Deputy Mayor of Denis.
Médaille de bronze représentant le Brésil.
Bronze medalist representing Brazil, Mayara do Amaral Petzol.
The bronze medalist representing Brazil, Mayara do Amaral Petzol. And she went 37.5 to come back with a remarkable bronze medal in this 50 butterfly.
Médaille d'argent représentant la République populaire de Chine.
Silver medalist representing People's Republic of China, Liu Daoming.
The silver medalist representing the People's Republic of China, Liu Daoming. She went 37.10 with a very quick start, and she brought it home strong for that silver.
Médaille d'or, championne paralympique représentant la République populaire de Chine.
gold medalist and Paralympic champion, representing People's Republic of China, Zhang Yuyan.
The gold medalist representing the People's Republic of China, Zhang Yuyan, went 35.03, which was off of her world record mark. But she is the world record holder, the Paralympic record holder, and now the Paris 2024 gold medalist. She truly is in a class by herself in this event.
Mesdames et messieurs, si vous le pouvez, veuillez vous lever pour l'hymne de la République populaire de Chine.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you are able for the anthem of People's Republic of China.
Here are the Paralympic medalists for the women's 50 fly. Mayara Dormal Petzold from Brazil with the bronze, Liu Daomin with the silver from China, and Zhang Yuyan from the People's Republic of China with the gold.
This is the final of the women's 100-meter freestyle S3. Leanne Smith is the world record holder, 1:27.62. The great Zulfiya Gabidulina of Kazakhstan remains the Paralympic Games record holder from her victory in Rio in 2016. 8 competitors who go: Mexico, Australia, USA, Spain, Great Britain, Italy, and 1 neutral Paralympic athlete that go in this final. Leanne Smith, the world record holder, qualified quickest, Tokyo silver medalist, seeking gold in the 100 free S3 final. Still 5 events to come in the pool this session, plus a host of victory ceremonies. But let's meet the finalists in the women's 100-meter freestyle S3. 8 competitors who go. Going in lane 8 and representing Italy is 22-year-old Domiziana Mecenate. In her second and last event in Paris, she was 7th at the European Championships, 2:13 in qualifying. 55-year-old Patricia Valle is still going strong. She won gold in Sydney and Athens, bronze in London, 11 times a Paralympic Games medalist and 3-time world champion in this event, going in 1. Teresa Perales goes in lane 7 for Spain. The now 48-year-old won 50 backstroke bronze here already. Her first Paralympic Games medal as an S2 swimmer. She's an S2 swimmer. 5th in Tokyo, Zoya Shurova goes in lane 2 as neutral Paralympic athlete. She's already won 50 back silver here, European Championships bronze medalist. 4th in Tokyo was Ellie Chalice, the 20-year-old so dominant in her 50 backstroke gold victory. The World Championship silver medalist last year, silver at the European Championships as well. Going in lane 3 for Australia is Rachel Watson, the 32-year-old who was classed down from an S4 after the World Championships in Manchester last year. A 1:31 swimmer, qualified with a 1:37, 2 times a 50-meter freestyle S4 gold medalist at the Paralympic Games. Marta Fernandez goes for Spain in lane 5, the 30-year-old who won bronze in the 50 back already. She's the reigning world champion, the reigning European champion. But the Tokyo silver medalist Leanne Smith qualified quickest with a very fast 1:32.62, a dominant display in the heats. The 36-year-old, twice world champion and world record holder, goes in lane 4. And maybe Smith a little guilty of swimming inconsistent times, but she looked really dominant in the heats.
She did, and the way Smith swims, she has a tendency to either be on her times or way off of her times. So this morning she went 1:32.62. Her world record's 1:27.62. So that tells you she's on, which is good, and she's going to need it, especially when you have the likes of Marta Fernandez and also Ellie Chalice in this heat.
And Rachel Watson as well as a 1:31 swimmer.
That's right. Over
this distance. Fernandez, as the reigning world champion and European champion, might be favourite for a place on the podium. There's Fernandez. Also going in this race, though, bear in mind, in the S3 classification is Teresa Perales, who goes in lane 7. She is an S2 swimmer, but swimming a class up, 28 times a Paralympic Games medalist. A Paralympic record in the heats for her classification with a 2:05. Smith of USA going in 4, seeking gold after silver in Tokyo. Leanne Smith has never won gold at the Paralympic Games. She has an enormous opportunity here if she can swim on her times. The quickest to qualify by some margin, going in lane 4. The final of the women's 100-meter freestyle S3. Chalice from the blocks gets underway. The other swimmers in the pool in this S3 100-meter freestyle final. Getting away well, Fernandez and Smith going alongside one another. Watson is not letting them get away in the early stages of this race, but it's 2 lengths of the pool in the 100-meter freestyle for the S3 classification swimmers. And bear in mind, in the physical impairment classifications, 1 to 10, the lower the number, the more severe the impairment. We have one S2 swimmer, but the S3 swimmers are leading the way. At the moment, it's Smith from Watson from Fernandez.
Yep, and so Leanne Smith looks to be out pretty quick. She went out 42.15. She just hit 41.01, so she's quicker than she was this morning. Watson, though, out also faster. And here comes Fernandez. I do think she's going to have a strong back half. And right now, she just went past Watson. Is she going to start to challenge Leanne Smith? Although she looks to be pretty far ahead right now.
Fernandez, though, getting a little more off the wall than Watson was able to do. But the 32-year-old who knows how to close out races wanting to fight back against the Spaniard. Leanne Smith, though, is cupping at the water rather furiously, and she's getting huge amounts of it. She might not be on world record pace at the moment, but into the final 15 meters, she's well in front of Fernandez, who, despite trying, is not really making up ground. I say that, though. Fernandez is suddenly starting to close on Leanne Smith, who's going to get to the wall first and claim her first ever Paralympic Games gold medal in Paralympic Games record time. Fernandez takes silver, and it's going to be Watson for the bronze in this women's 100-meter freestyle S3. Watson of Australia on the podium in 1:38.92, well off her best, but a 1:28.81 wins it for Leanne Smith. That's as close as she's come to her own world record in a couple of years. 1:30.04 for Fernandez, and watch the clock for Teresa Perales, who's coming to the wall now in lane 7. If she can better 2:05, it's a Paralympic record. 2:03.84 Paralympic record for Perales in the S2 classification, as she touches 5th behind Ellie Chalice. Shurova finishes now, and Mecenate and Bayer to the wall as well. Leanne Smith, very confident, out in 41, home in Paralympic record time 1:28.81, takes gold.
Here's the start, and you can see a lot of the swimmers, they start using various methods. Fernandez got out to a nice quick start, but Leanne Smith, when she gets into her stroke, it is very difficult to beat her. And when she's on her times, as she was here, she was basically untouchable for the first 75 meters. Rachel Watson, though, really did go out with Leanne Smith, maybe a little too hard. Fernandez was 3rd at the wall, but then had an unbelievable second 50. She was actually chasing down Leanne Smith, almost caught her, but not quite. So Leanne Smith, 1:28.81, with that new Paralympic record. Marta Fernandez, 1:30.04, superb swim from her, and then 1:38.92 from the Australian to claim bronze.
The long glide for Smith. There it is. Champion for the first time at the Paralympic Games. Leanne Smith in Paralympic Games record 1:28.81 takes gold ahead of Marta Fernandez, 1:30.04. Rachel Watson on the podium with bronze for Australia, 1:38.92. Chalice just off, and Perales setting an S2 Paralympic record in this race as well. Leanne Smith can enjoy the moment now. This is the final of the men's 200-meter individual medley SM13. The world record holder will go in this race. Ilhar Boki, 2:02.70, a world record that he set on his way to gold in Tokyo. He took it very easy in the preliminaries and still swam the quickest time at 2:10.55. Vladimir Sotnikov has gone quick this year, though, and will be looking to challenge. So too Garaschenko of Ukraine, who goes alongside Boki in 3. The French flags are waving, though, because Alex Portal will go in lane 6 in this final. One of the French hopefuls for a medal in this session. Well, so far we've already seen Didier take silver and Chana bronze in their respective events. What can Alex Portal do for France? There's a classification for swimmers with vision impairment, with the least severe of the 3 classes at the Paralympic Games. Nathan Hendricks of South Africa, the 19-year-old, has made the final now in all of his events so far at Paris. This is his 4th final, qualified with a 2:18.36. Fourth in Tokyo was David Abrams. The American goes in lane 1. Fourth at the World Championships last year. He's set to retire after Paris to focus on his career as a mathematician. Going in lane 7 is Saito Genki of Japan. Silver at the 2022 Asian Para Games for the 25-year-old. The Tokyo bronze medalist goes in lane number 2. From Netherlands, Thomas van Wanrooij, the 21-year-old silver medalist at the World Championships last year after bronze in 2022. He was fourth at the European Championships though. And what a cool customer is Alex Portal. He won silver in Tokyo, seeking further success in this event. The 22-year-old has already won 100 fly and 400 free silver and 100 back bronze in Paris. He's the reigning world champion. Fifth in Tokyo was Kirilo Garaschenko of Ukraine, the 2022 World Championship silver medalist, bronze medalist last year, goes in 3. Seventh in Tokyo was Vladimir Sotnikov, but now 20. He's far more mature. The 100 backstroke silver medalist has a very strong backstroke leg and might be looking to lead through the opening 100. But the man who won in London, in Rio and in Tokyo is Ihar Boki. Now 30, neutral Paralympic athlete, goes in lane 4. He has won 4 from 4 in Paris, looking to become the first athlete to win 5 medals at this event, and they will all be gold if he can claim victory here. He's won the 100 fly, 100 back, 50 and 400 free golds already. 20-time Paralympic Games gold medalist, 5-time world champion, reigning European champion, world record holder. His CV is longer than I care to explain. Let's just say he's an overwhelming favorite, but Alex Portal is the home favorite.
I think you almost ran out of breath there.
I would run out of breath if I went through his list of accomplishments. He is the most successful male Paralympian in summer or winter games, is Boki, who goes in lane 4. That's Abrams who goes for USA in 1. Just missed a place on the podium in Tokyo as he touched 4th. But Alex Portal, many will be watching.
Take your mark.
Getting away really well. All the swimmers. Boki's underwater is always exceptional. It's Alex Portal, though, who looks to be in front in the early stages of this race. Ihar Boki is matching him, though, in the early stages, and these two are pulling out a little bit of an advantage. If Boki has a weakness, it'll come in the breaststroke leg, but in the fly, in the back, and in the free, he is genuinely peerless.
Yep, he is already touching first at the wall. He's out in 25.99. Portal, though, Portal is unbelievable underwaters, and he's really using them here. But look at Boki go, and Portal, you can hear this. I can barely hear anything. This crowd is so loud.
Boki is making a charge. He's put himself nearly a body length in front at the moment. Sotnikov is coming back a little at Portal here in the backstroke leg, which is really impressive. They're both very strong backstrokers, but it was Sotnikov who just edged Portal in the backstroke final. Boki's going to touch now into the breaststroke leg. This, if he has a weakness, is this leg. But his turn is so good, he's over a body length in front. Alex Portal should do something in this leg if he is to make a move, the French star. These three are well clear of anybody else in the pool.
They really are. Portal had an exceptional backstroke to breaststroke turn, and here comes Portal. You can hear this crowd behind him. He's trying to catch Boki. We talk about Boki maybe kind of sort of having a weakness. Doesn't look really weak to me. And here he goes.
This is his weakest stroke, undoubtedly, but he is still very strong. He's got a commanding lead at the 150. It's 133.36. His turn is incredible, and he's coming home in very fast time. Might we see a swim go sub 2:03 here? It's Boki chasing an unprecedented 21st Paralympic Games gold medal for a male Paralympian in a single sport. He's well clear. Alex Portal currently in second. He's leaving Sotnikov behind, and despite the challenge from Van Wanrooij and Garaschenko, they won't get themselves into the medals. It's a record in world record 2:02.03 for Boki, who takes his record 21st Paralympic Games gold. Portal with silver, Sotnikov on the podium with bronze. Ihar Boki in his 25th Paralympic Games event, in his 5th and last one in Paris. He's now won 21 golds, 1 silver and 1 bronze. and he has become the most successful male Paralympian of all time in only individual events, no relays. He's just gone past the great Beatrice Hess of France in terms of gold medals won, and only Trisha Zorn has more gold medals now. Her 41 in her tally of 55 across 7 Paralympic Games, but Boki in 4 Paralympic Games has got 21 golds. To do it in world record time, 2:02:03.
And to think, we were doubting him at the beginning of this meet if Boki was going to be the same Boki that we were used to seeing, and he proved everyone wrong. Now, we go back to the start of this race. Boki, unbelievable start as always with the underwater, but Portal, what an amazing fly leg, really trying to stay with him. And Sotnikov also was right up there in this butterfly. Boki's such a strong butterflyer. I could really look at this fly all day. And then they got into the backstroke. Boki continued to extend the lead. And it was in the breaststroke where, you know, often we're so used to saying, oh, this is Boki's weakest stroke. It didn't look very weak to me. He was so powerful every step of the way, so far out of the water. And then he turned on to freestyle. And Boki, who sometimes, you know, looks to be kind of taking it easy, was really turning it on. Went right after that world record with a 2:02:03. He smashed his own world record, winning the gold. And from someone who's normally so stoic, he was happy.
5 golds in 5 events is the star of Paris 2024 so far. Beatrice Hess of France in the swimming pool got 20 gold medals in her career. Gerhard Boki's just won his 21st gold. He is in the pantheon of greats. So many of his wins have come in world record time, and only ever in individual events. He's won in world record time 2:02:03, the gold medal in the 200 IM SM13 for the 4th consecutive games. Portal takes a superb silver, and Vladimir Sotnikov has bronze. This is the victory ceremony for the men's 50-meter backstroke S5.
Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie de vainqueur du 50 mètres de l'homme S5.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the men's 50 meters backstroke S5.
Veuillez accueillir les médaillés.
Please welcome the medalists.
The medalists make their way out. It was a sweep for China. The first sweep of these games in the pool.
Les médailles seront remises par
The medals will be presented by
Madame Ghislaine Westerlick, membre du conseil d'administration.
Ghislaine Westerlick, member of the Paris 2024 Board of Directors, will present the medals. And she's accompanied by Raffaella Fresco, the Paris 2024 head of protocol.
Médaille de bronze, représentant la République populaire de Chine.
bronze medalist representing People's Republic of China, Wang Yizhao.
All 3 medalists from People's Republic of China. 30-year-old Wang Liqiao for the 2nd consecutive games is bronze medalist. The 2019 world champion swam a 33:06 in an incredibly tightly contested affair to touch 3rd, 0.04 of a second off silver. His start and underwater were Wonderful, powerful leg drive in the stroke. Got himself to the wall just outside 33 seconds.
Silver medalist representing People's Republic of China,
Guo Jincheng is having quite the Paralympic Games debut. He's swum in the finals in every event. And after gold and silver coming into this, he's picked up silver again in the 50-meter backstroke S5. Just ahead of Wang Liqiao, he touched in 33.02. That powerful leg drive, seeing him even challenge the eventual champion for a brief while in the closing stages. Yuan Weiyi had never won an individual medal at the Paralympic Games, an individual gold medal. After 2 relay golds, he's now on top of the podium. A 32.47 winning time, and effectively within a second of the great Zheng Tao's world record, which we might previously have thought was untouchable for some time. Yuan Weiyi might prove us wrong in the years to come. The Asian Para Games champion, the world champion, is the Paralympic Games champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you are able for the anthem of the People's Republic of China. Ladies and gentlemen, the Paralympic medalists.
The first sweep of the podium at the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games comes in event number 78. Yuan Weiyi is gold, Guo Jincheng has silver, and Wang Liqiao has bronze in the men's 50-meter backstroke S5.
the victory ceremony for the women's 50-meter backstroke class S5.
Still 3 more races left to come tonight. Women's 200 IM SM13, the men's 100 fly S10, and the women's 100 fly S10 races still to come.
Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie des vainqueurs du 50 mètres de femmes S5.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for women's 50 meters backstroke S5.
Veuillez accueillir les médailles.
Please welcome the medalists.
Les médailles seront remises par
The medals will be presented by
Monsieur Michael Barredo, membre de l'Ordre paralympique.
The medals will be presented by Mr. Michael Barreto, member of the Paralympic Order.
Accompagné par
accompanied by
Madame Raffaella Fresco, responsable du pôle protocole Paris 2024.
Paris 2024 head of protocol.
And he'll be accompanied by Raffaello Fresco, Paris 2024 head of protocol.
Représentant la République populaire de Chine.
Bronze medalist representing People's Republic of China, Liu Yu.
The bronze medalist representing the People's Republic of China in 42.37. This is Liu Yu.
Représentant la République populaire de Chine.
Silver medalist representing People's Republic of China, He Shengou.
And the silver medalist representing the People's Republic of China, He Shengou.
Médaille d'or et championne paralympique représentant la République populaire de Chine.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing People's Republic of China, Liu Dong.
The gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing the People's Republic of China is world record holder and Paralympic record holder Liu Dong.
Mesdames et messieurs, si vous le pouvez, veuillez vous lever pour l'hymne de la République populaire de Chine.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you are able for the anthem of the People's Republic of China.
Here are the Paralympic medalists for the women's 50-meter backstroke class S5. The bronze goes to Lu Yu, the silver He Xianggao, and the gold to Lu Dong, completing the Chinese sweep of this event.
Well, this is the women's 200-meter individual medley SM13 final. The world record holder Carlotta Gili is the Paralympic Games record holder as well, and will go in the final. The 8 who start feature 3 from USA. Ireland's Rushin Narayan goes as well. Carlotta Gili in 5. Sanam Tosh-Pulatova goes in 6. Maria Gomes Santiago goes for Brazil in 7 as the SM12 swimmer, and Mariam Polo goes in 8. In lane 8 is Mariam Polo of Spain, the 23-year-old who was 6th at the last World Championships, 4th at the last European Championships. Going in lane 1 is Tokyo silver medalist Colleen Young, the 26-year-old who was world champion 2 years ago, 5th in 2023, was 14 in London. She says this is likely her last games. Going in lane 7 is SM12 swimmer, 39-year-old Maria Carolina Gomes Santiago of Brazil. 50-meter freestyle and 100-meter backstroke golds here already. The bronze medalist at last year's World Championships. Grace Nufa is making her Paralympic Games debut. The 22-year-old has already picked up 100 fly silver. She's been swimming since she was 7, but only began para-swimming last year and is in her second international competition. So Sanam Tosh-Pulatova goes in lane 6. She's been bronze medalist at the last 2 editions in Rio and Tokyo, the 2019 world champion. Rushin Narayan is making her Paralympic Games debut, the 100-meter backstroke silver medalist already here in Paris, 4th at the World Championships last year, bronze at the European Championships. The defending champion did not qualify quickest. She goes in lane 5, does Italy's Carlotta Gili, the 9-time Paralympic Games medalist, looking to go to 10 here. It was a commanding and dominant performance from Olivia Chambers in both the qualifiers and in her 400-meter freestyle gold. She won silver at the 2023 World Championships behind Carlotta Gili, who is 3-time and reigning world champion, reigning European champion and world record holder. Four lengths of the pool, one in each of the strokes. Maria Gomes Santiago is the only SM12 swimmer. One of 2 swimmers who require tappers in this final, the other being Carlotta Gili of Italy. This for swimmers with vision impairment, at the least severe in the Paralympic Games classifications. The final of the women's 200-meter individual medley SM13.
Your marks.
Getting away really well is Olivia Chambers, going in 4. Now, out in butterfly, then into backstroke, then breaststroke, and finishing with 50 meters of freestyle. 4 lengths, 1 in each of the strokes. At the moment, it is Carlotta Gili who is looking to go out relatively hard in the butterfly. She's won butterfly gold here already at over 100 meters, the reigning world champion, and she's looking to lead through the opening 50 meters. Nerian and Nufa looking strong as well.
Wow, Carlotta Gili out the first 50. That was quick, 29.3. We know what a wonderful butterflyer she is, but now we get into the backstroke. This is where Olivia Chambers, we're going to start to see her come up. She had such a confident swim this morning, and look at her go, gaining ground on Gili.
Pulatova is not to be discounted, though very strong in the fly. She's got a really strong finish as well. It's a good breaststroke and a lovely 50-meter freestyle. But Chambers is coming back at Gili here. She's within a body length of the Italian. And Pulatova is currently in 3rd as Nerian is making a little bit of ground up on the swimmers ahead of her as well. The Irish swimmer who will touch 4th at the 100 mark. 105 the time for Gili as she touches first into the breaststroke leg, and here comes Chambers, Pulatova and Nerian.
Yeah, Gili, this is definitely her weakest stroke, and you can see Chambers gaining a lot of ground on her. Pulatova also, really all of them starting to come up on Gili. Can Gili hold on? She's got a good freestyle, but Chambers with that massive 400, we know she can close.
How about the breaststroke here from Maria Gomes Santiago as well? She's in 5th at the moment, but she's made up some serious ground. Gili is holding on, but not by much from Chambers. Nerian and Pulatova are battling for 3rd at the moment. It looks to be the swimmer from Uzbekistan who will touch 3rd. A 150.26 at the wall for Gili, just ahead of Chambers, who's got the hammer down in the 53 usually. Will it be Gili or will it be Chambers? It's the battle for gold here, and Nerian is still in the mix, and so too Pulatova.
Wow, Gili just barely hanging on. Here comes Chambers. It is really close here for gold.
The teenager from Ireland, 19-year-old Nerian, is pushing in the closing stages as well. 15 meters to go, and she's ahead of Pulatova of Uzbekistan, who's won bronzes at the last 2 games. Gili, though, is going to hold on for gold ahead of Chambers and claim it. Gili takes gold. Forza Italia, Forza Azzurri. Chambers is 2nd for USA, and Nerian on the podium again. This time it's bronze after 100 backstroke silver. As if we doubted, Carlotta Gili, 2:25.33, rising to the occasion, the European champion, the world record holder and defending champion at the Paralympic Games, is now into double figures with Paralympic Games medals. She's got 10. Rushin Nerian on Paralympic Games debut has got 2 medals as well, a fine bronze in this race. Chambers with a silver after a gold in the 400 free.
And this was one of the most anticipated races of the night, the showdown between Gili and Chambers. But Gili went out hard in that butterfly. Chambers really falling behind during that first leg of the 200 individual medley. Then they went into backstroke. Chambers had some serious ground to make up. And then she moved forward on Gili. Gili on that breaststroke, that is her weakest. But she managed to hold on, and she's such a strong freestyler on the way back, and she was able to hold off that late charge from Chambers. I mean, Gili is the world record holder and Paralympic record holder in this event, so I guess we shouldn't be so surprised, but what a swim she pulled out here, keeping off someone like Olivia Chambers, so dominant and so hungry for a medal.
And Narian keeping Tosh Pulatova off the podium by 8/100ths of a second. You can't click your fingers, snap your fingers that fast. Are you going to try it?
I might.
Gili ahead of Chambers, Narian ahead of Tosh Pulatova.
And
this
she
is a
knew,
massive result.
Massive result. Even she knew what a huge race this was to defeat someone like Olivia Chambers, who has been so good this meet.
Carlotta Gili in 2:25.33 takes gold ahead of Olivia Chambers, 2:25.90. 2:27.47 by 8/100ths of a second. The Irish swimmer Roisin Nirian is on the podium. This is the final of the men's 100-meter butterfly S10. It's a stacked lineup. Maxim Kripak, the great Ukrainian, is the world record holder and Paralympic Games record holder. Somebody who's come within a second of his world record will swim in this final. Benciotti, Minai, Safi, Nimchenko, Pierce, Raimondi, Elliott and Ogorzelek go in this final. 7 swimmers, sub 60 seconds, and the 8th exactly on that time in the heats. This is going to be quick. Raimondi, though, the only swimmer in this class that has come within a second of the great Maxim Kripak's world record of 54.15.
And Maxim Kripak, so dominant. He used to throw down the gauntlet in this event and see any.
Nobody would come with him. Yeah, nobody could.
Nobody could. Raimondi, maybe, depending on the day. But the fact that he's not here kind of opens this one up.
Introducing the finalists then. Going for Poland in lane 8, Alan Ogorzelek, the 21-year-old, into his second final after the 100 free final, 5th at the European Championships, 6th at the World Championships last year, goes in 8. Riccardo Menciotti goes in lane 1, the 29-year-old who's never won an individual Paralympic Games medal, 4th at the last World Championships, bronze at the European Championships. Going in lane 7, representing Canada is Alexander Elliott. Alec Elliott is he's known to most. 5th in Tokyo, 4th in Rio, the 28-year-old from Ontario, based in Quebec. Going for Japan in lane 2 is Minai Akito, the 21-year-old Asian Para Games gold medalist in Hangzhou. Tokyo silver medalist is Stefano Raimondi, the 26-year-old is 2-time and reigning world champion, the 2024 European champion. Alex Safi goes for Australia in lane 3, the 2022 World Championships bronze medalist, 5th last year, the silver medalist at the 2022 Commonwealth Games. The Tokyo bronze medalist is Cole Pierce. He represents Australia, goes in 5, the 3-time World Championships medalist and gold medalist at the 2022 Commonwealth Games in Birmingham. Quickest to qualify, though, was Igor Nimchenko of Ukraine. The 26-year-old will go in lane 4. Silvers at both the 2023 World Championships and the 2024 European Championships. Another stacked final where these 8 finalists are separated by very little. Now these are the swimmers with the least physical impairment. S10 swimmers.
And they are so fast.
They are. Now Raimondi can go 55 seconds. What do Cole Pierce and Alex Safi have? What time can Nimchenko lay down? Minai Akito, Alec Elliott of Canada.
Take your marks.
Great start in one from Minciotti. Safi got away well, so too did Cole Pierce. Nimchenko gets into his stroke really quickly, but Raimondi looks to be taking it out hard, and he's got himself in front by half a body length in the early stages. It's coming back now is Nimchenko. Nimchenko is fighting back strong against Raimondi.
Yeah.
And he might just get to the wall first. Very little to separate them. 0.03 of a second separate them at 50.
And he's out in 25.48. That's a lot quicker than he went out this morning. Wow, that was fast. Now Raimondi breathes to his side. Coming back, he's breathing to his left. So that means he can't see Nimchenko in the middle of the pool.
Now watch the finish of Safi as well. He is very quick. Cole Pierce has got a very fast close. At the moment though, Raimondi is leading. Nimchenko is fighting back at him and coming back at the Italian. Can the Italian hold on here? Raimondi to the wall on the stroke, takes gold ahead of Nimchenko, and Safi has bronze, the 18-year-old. For Australia, Cole Pierce is denied a place on the podium with a 57.24, but a 55.21 takes silver in this race because Raimondi's gone 55.02. Alex Safi, 56.61, has laid down a sensational back 50.
And just look at the start here, Raimondi. You know, I don't even know if he has the fastest reaction time, but look at his underwater. His streamline is beautiful. And here, he goes out in the first 50. He's breathing to his left. So he can see Nimchenko this entire first 50. He knew how quick he was, and Nimchenko went out really, really quickly. And they're already a body length ahead of everyone else. And then we get into the turn, and Raimondi again with that beautiful underwater. He uses it to his advantage. And what a battle between first and second, between him and Nimchenko all the way home. And Safi to get himself in third. What a swim.
Raimondi, who picked up 7 medals at his first Paralympic Games, only 1 gold, has got 3 golds at Paris 2024. Champion in the 100 free, champion in the 100 breast. He's now champion in the 100 fly. How about that for a performance from Raimondi? He's closing in on Kripak's record by 0.87. That's he's getting closer. He's edging closer. 55.02. Raimondi takes gold ahead of Nimchenko, who swam a very fast 55.21. 56.61 for Safi, who closed fastest. Sees him claim the bronze medal for Australia, out-touching Cole Pierce, who was bronze medalist last time out in Tokyo. This is the victory ceremony for the men's 200-meter individual medley SM11. The medalists making their way to the podium. A final that had a host of contenders for podium places. Among them, a man aiming for his first gold after 3 last time out in Tokyo. Chris Cohen, CBE, member of the Paralympic Order, will present the medals. And he is accompanied by Véronique Bergerot, the departmental councillor of the Haute-Seine. Turkey's David Kratochvil is having a breakout competition. He's already upset the odds to claim 400 freestyle gold and 100 backstroke silver. He now completes his collection of gold, silver and bronze by taking bronze in the 200 IM SM11. He swam at 2:24.60, within a second of his best, to claim a fine bronze at just 16, and his third Paralympic Games medal at his first Paralympic Games. After bronzes in 2012 and 2016, Danilo Chufarov, at the age of 35, has got himself on the second tier of the podium in this event. After his bronze in the 100 backstroke here, he swam a sensational backstroke leg. And the reigning world champion can celebrate a silver medal as he touched in 2:19.81 to secure the silver. His wife, Jarina Matlo, has 4 Paralympic Games medals herself. He's got 2 in Paris and 7 in total. He is finally champion in Paris after 3 golds in Tokyo. Much was expected of Rogier Dorsman, and he has delivered perhaps not his favorite event, but one in which he had recently shattered the world record on his way to winning the European title. Rogier Dorsman in Paralympic Games record 2:18.36 claims gold to defend the title he won in Tokyo. The medalists in the men's 200-meter individual medley SM11. David Kratochvil has bronze, Danilo Chufarov silver, and Rogier Dorsman of Netherlands gold.
And now the victory ceremony for the women's 200-meter individual medley class SM11. The medals will be presented by Mr. Chris Cohen, member of the Paralympic Order. And he'll be accompanied by Yasmin Kamara. Representing the People's Republic of China, the bronze medalist is Tsai Li-wan. The silver medalist from the People's Republic of China, Ma Jia. Medalist and Paralympic champion is Daria Lukyanenko, a neutral Paralympic athlete. She went 2:37.77 and set the world record here in this 200-meter individual medley.
Mesdames et messieurs, si vous le pouvez, veuillez vous lever pour l'hymne paralympique.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you're able for the Paralympic anthem.
here are the medalists from the women's 200-meter individual medley. Cai Li won from the People's Republic of China with the bronze, Ma Jia from the People's Republic of China with the silver, and Daria Lukyanenko, a neutral Paralympic athlete, for the gold.
This is the final of the women's 100-meter butterfly S10. Great Britain have yet to claim a gold in this session. They might just claim one here. Dame Sophie Pascoe is the world record holder, 102.60 from the great New Zealand swimmer. Paralympic Games record of 102.65 from a victory in Rio still stands. Taylor Winnett, Poppy Wilson, Katie Cosgrove, Faye Rogers, Kellyanne Warrington, Jasmine Greenwood, Chenge Hotz and Chun Yi go in this final, all sub 110. But Faye Rogers laid down a 105 in qualifying. Tokyo silver and Rio silver medalists are back. Going in lane 8 is Rio silver medalist Chun Yi. The 23-year-old has already won 50 free gold here to win her first individual Paralympic Games gold, the Asian Para Games champion. Going in lane 1 is Taylor Winnett, the 25-year-old in her first event in Paris, the Pan American Games gold medalist. In fact, she gave up her teaching job to focus on swimming, then won 7 medals in 7 events, including 3 golds at the Pan American Games. Chenge Hotz of Hungary is just 16, 5th at the 2023 World Championships, 4th at the European Championships and goes in 7. Australia's Poppy Wilson goes into the 20-year-old based out of Yeronga Park in Brisbane, who will host the 2032 Olympic and Paralympic Games, coached by Kate Sparks, who's coached a number of Paralympic Games champions. Jasmine Greenwood, the Tokyo silver medalist, is just 19. World Championship silver medalist 2 years ago, bronze last year in Manchester. Katie Cosgrove looked thoroughly impressive in qualifying. The 18-year-old was 4th at the World Championships in 1:08 last year, but she's improved her time by over 2 seconds since and goes in 3. Kellyanne Warrington is the European champion, a diagnostic radiographer by occupation. She is swimming for gold at the Paralympic Games in lane 5 for Great Britain. Her compatriot is alongside her in lane 4, 21-year-old Faye Rogers. This is the reigning world champion, a former non-para swimmer who actually took part in the Tokyo Olympic trials for Great Britain before her car accident. Faye Rogers goes in lane 4. Kellyanne Warrington in 5, Great Britain, with an extraordinary chance to take a first medal of the session. And a gold at that. Hotz is still only 16 and goes in 7. Greenwood and Wilson of Australia. Canada have Cosgrove, who looked very impressive, and Winnett. She was the breakout star of Santiago 2023, the Pan American Games, and goes from the wide lane. There is Wilson, Poppy Wilson. The final of the women's 100-meter butterfly S10.
Take your marks.
Warrington gets away well, so too does Cosgriff, going in 3 for Canada. Her underwater is excellent, her start is superb, and she comes up in front. She and Warrington are leading the way. Chen Yi, the Rio silver medalist, is going really well in lane 8 as well in the early stages of this race. Faye Rogers will build into a race undoubtedly. Jasmine Greenwood is looking to get onto the shoulder now of Warrington, who is leading in the early stages.
And Warrington, right now, it looks like she's gonna touch first. 30.14. That is a lot quicker than she went this morning. But here comes Faye Rogers, such a strong back half. And Warrington, what we've seen her do a couple of times is she goes out really strong, but then she starts to fade.
Now, Warrington is the European champion, but the world champion is Faye Rogers, who goes alongside her. Cosgriff is coming back at both of them now. The two Australians are a little behind, Greenwood and Wilson. Cosgriff is in 3rd. Rogers and Warrington battling to the wall. It's only just Rogers ahead of Warrington. Is Rogers going to be able to hold on to the wall? She's going to come and touch for gold and silver. Great Britain, Rogers and Warrington. Cosgriff on the podium for Canada. The 18-year-old in a very fine 107.22 takes bronze, but 105.84 wins it from 106.41 for Warrington. Separated effectively by half a second. Warrington has her first Paralympic Games medal. It's silver. Rogers has her first Paralympic Games medal. It's gold.
Faye Rogers does not have the fastest start, nor does she have the quickest first 50. And Kellyanne Warrington from Great Britain, here in that red cap, she did exactly what we knew she was going to do. She went out very quickly. She went a little bit faster, well, a lot faster than she went out this morning, touched the wall first on the 50, and then used that lead, which she needed against someone like Faye Rogers, who has this unbelievable closing speed. You can see Faye Rogers at the 25-meter mark. She's about half the body length behind. Kellyanne Warrington touching first at the 50. Faye Rogers having some serious ground to make up, but that's not a problem. She did that. She went 105.84, touching over half a second ahead of Kellyanne Warrington. So Great Britain goes 1-2, and Canada comes in with 107.22 for the bronze. That was a good finish by Cosgriff.
Great Britain 1 and 2, Canada 3, courtesy of Cosgriff. Australia miss out. Greenwood 4th, Poppy Wilson 5th, Chen Yi 6th. Chenga Hotz in her first Paralympic Games final goes 7th, and Taylor Winnett finishes 5.5 seconds back in 1:11, so well off her best. But Faye Rogers, what a final 50. It was a sensational turn as well at the 50 mark, and Warrington, the European champion, a silver as her first medal at the Paralympic Games. Winnett coming across to congratulate Rogers. Rogers, Warrington and Cosgriff all on the podium, all with their first ever medals at the Paralympic Games. Rogers with gold, Warrington with silver, and Cosgriff with bronze for Canada, ahead of Greenwood of Australia and Wilson of Australia. Top 5 close. That bronze medal was up for grabs, certainly. And Cosgriff closing fastest. This is the victory ceremony for the women's 100-meter freestyle S3.
And the medals will be presented by Mr. Ian Jamieson, FISA's head of the Olympic and Paralympic platform. And he'll be accompanied by Mr. Nicolas Fouquet. The bronze medalist representing Australia is Rachel Watson. And the silver medalist representing Spain is Marta Fernandez. She went 6 seconds faster than her preliminary swim to come home in 1:30.04, which was quick enough for silver. Finally, winning her first gold medal is Leanne Smith from the United States. She went 1:28.81 and set a new Paralympic record in the process.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you are able for the anthem of the United States of America. And here are the Paralympic medalists for the women's 100-meter freestyle S3. Rachel Watson from Australia with the bronze, Marta Fernandez
from Spain with the silver, and Leon Smith from the United States with the gold.
This is the victory ceremony for the men's 200-meter individual medley SM13. It's an enormous cheer as France's Alex Portal makes his way toward the podium. Two neutral Paralympic athletes and Alex Portal of France. With the man on top of the podium, shattering records over his 4 Paralympic Games and doing the unprecedented. Will collect a record gold medal in mere moments. The Chief Executive Officer of Paris 2024, Etienne Taubois, will present the medals. And he's accompanied by the Deputy Mayor of Montigny-les-Bretonneux, Ketchan Abay. Vladimir Sotnikov has had a remarkable last year. He is much improved across all his strokes and did the unthinkable by beating Ihar Boki at the European Championships in backstroke. In the 200 IM for class SM13, he swam a great backstroke leg, which helped to get him onto the podium. Touching in 2:10.56. He claims bronze. The enormous cheer and outpouring of love for Alex Portal. For the second successive games, he's a silver medalist in the men's 200 individual medley SM13. And he adds to his growing collection of achievements and accomplishments. European Championships bronze, World Championships golds at the last 2 editions. He had silver in the 200 IM to his 100 fly and 400 free silvers, and his 100 backstroke bronze. Alex Portal touched in a very quick 2:06.66. The champion, though, is neutral Paralympic athlete Ihar Boki. In his 5th event at Paris 2024, he claims his 5th gold medal. He is peerless and has just claimed an unprecedented 21st Paralympic Games gold medal for a male Paralympian. Never mind in a single sport, never mind only in international events, in individual events. And he did it in world record time as well to cap off his Paris 2024 campaign. Only 2 athletes are ahead of him in terms of gold medals won. Trisha Zorn with 41 golds in her 55 medals, and Norway's Ragnhild Mikkelbust, who won 22 golds in her 27 medals across 3 different winter sports in biathlon, in cross-country and ice sledge racing. He's the most successful male Paralympian in summer or winter games across all sports. Ihar Boki with his 21st gold medal at the Paralympic Games.
For the Paralympic anthem.
The men's 200-meter individual medley SM13, bronze to Vladimir Sotnikov. Alex Portal of France claims silver, and Ihar Boki is champion again for a 5th time in Paris and for a 21st time at the Paralympic Games. And as the sold-out crowd chants Alex Portal's name and celebrates his silver medal, Ihar Boki has carved his name into legend. At 4 Paralympic Games, Boki has competed in 25 events, 21 golds, a silver and a bronze. The most successful male Paralympian of all time, and the only question is whether or not we'll see him again on this stage. This is the victory ceremony for the women's 200-meter individual medley SM13. The medalists make their way out from Ireland, USA and Italy. Vice President of Marketing for Omega, Lucien Journeau, will present the medals. And he's accompanied by Damien Combrede-Blassel, the Director of Government Affairs of Paris 2024. Roisin Nirian at her second Paralympic Games is collecting her first Paralympic Games medals. First a silver in the 100 backstroke, and now bronze in the women's 200 individual medley SM13. She put together 4 fine lengths of the pool, 1 in each of the strokes, to touch in 2:27.47 and claim bronze. So dominant on her way to winning gold in the 400-meter freestyle. So dominant in the qualifying for this event, the women's 200 IM. Olivia Chambers harboured hopes of claiming gold for a second time at Paris 2024. Try as she might at her first Paralympic Games, though. The World Championship silver medalist was unable to chase down the defending champion, world champion and European champion. 2:25.90 takes silver. Five medals in Tokyo. Carlotta Gili now has 5 medals in Paris. She's a 10-time Paralympic Games medalist, including 2 golds. The 100 fly gold here in Paris, and defending her 200-meter individual medley SM13 title with aplomb. She swam a 2:25.33 to touch first.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Paralympic medalists.
Confirming the medalists in the women's 200-meter individual medley SM13, Russian Narian takes bronze, Olivia Chambers has silver, and Carlotta Gili is champion again. This is the victory ceremony for the men's 100-meter butterfly S10. The medalists from Australia, Ukraine and Italy. Rita van der Eel will present the medals, member of the Paralympic Order, and she's accompanied by Vice President of the Department of Cinéma, Bushra Fensar Rizki. The 18-year-old Alex Safi swam an incredible back 50 in the 100 fly to match his achievement from the World Championships in 2022 when he touched for the bronze medal. A teenager who followed his sister Georgia into swimming. South African born, Australian raised, representing Australia. He touched in 56.61 after a sensational back 50 to out-touch Cole Pearce, his compatriot, and claim bronze. Silver medalist at both of the 2023 World Championships and the 2024 European Championships. Igor Nemchenko is silver medalist at the Paralympic Games in a very quick 55.21. Takes silver and adds to Ukraine's enormous tally of medals. At Paris 2024, up to nearly 30 medals now, Ukraine, in the pool in the para swimming competition. The champion from Italy, Stefano Raimondi, after his silver in Tokyo, is gold medalist as the reigning world champion and European champion. He touched in a sensational 55.02 to claim this gold. What a year it's been for the Italian. What an event it's been for the Italian. His third gold in Paris. This time it's come in the 100 fly S10.
Mesdames et messieurs, si vous le pouvez, veuillez vous lever pour l'hymne de l'Italie.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you are able for the anthem of Italy.
The medalists in the men's 100-meter butterfly S10, Alex Safi of Australia has bronze, Igor Nimchenko of Ukraine silver, and Stefano Raimondi of Italy is champion. This is the victory ceremony for the women's 100-meter butterfly S10. The medalists making their way out. Two from Great Britain as they claim the 1-2 in this race, while Katie Cosgrove of Canada adds to Canada's growing tally of medals. Rita van Driel, member of the Paralympic Order, will present the medals, and Véronique Bergerol, departmental councillor of the Hauts-de-Seine, will accompany her. She only turned 18 on the 1st of September, 2 days ago. Katie Cosgrave, who's emerged on the international paraswimming scene with blistering swims in the 100 fly, has earned her place on the podium on her Paralympic Games debut in Paris. It's been a rapid rise for the teenager from Oakville, Ontario. Only classified in April last year. And now on the podium at the Paralympic Games, the grandest stage of them all. After swimming a 107.22. Kellyanne Warrington has her first medal at the Paralympic Games, and it's silver in the 100 fly S10. The European champion touching behind the world champion in this final, a 106.41. She'll head back to work at Princess Royal University Hospital in England after this, but with at least one silver medal from the Paralympic Games. Winning her first Paralympic Games medal, but as the reigning world champion, Faye Rogers, just 21, from Great Britain, had an incredible turn at the 50 after Warrington had touched first. Got herself in front in the closing 25 and unrelenting drove to the wall, 105.84 to claim gold. As Great Britain secured a 1-2 finish in the final event of the session to stay top of the medal standings.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Paralympic medley.
The medalists in the women's 100-metre butterfly S10, Faye Rogers has gold ahead of Kellyanne Warrington, while Katie Cosgrave has bronze. Three first-time Paralympic Games medalists in the final event in the pool on day 6 of the Paris swimming competition at Paris 2024. Celebrations for Great Britain in the closing moments of the final session on day 6 of the competition at the Paris Stade de France arena. It's been a massive session for China, though, overall, who claimed 4 golds, including medal sweeps in 2 events. France had some success this session. Hugo Didier taking silver, Laurent Chardin bronze, Alex Portal claiming silver as well in the 200 IM. Both USA and Italy securing 2 golds on the night, while Great Britain with that 1-2 finish in the final event of the session to stay top of the medal standings. Deb, what was your highlight?
I have to say, I think it was the 50-meter backstroke where China swept the S5 50 back classification. That was phenomenal. And a couple of other good swims. Carlotta Gili in that 200-meter IM. Ihor Boki with the world record in the 200-meter IM. I mean, what a finish to day 6.
Absolutely cementing his position as a legend. It's been another session full of records. 6 Paralympic records, 2 world records as well. Lukyanenko and Boki both on their ways to victory in IM races. Great Britain still top the medal standings with 14 golds, but People's Republic of China have closed that gap with 4 golds on day 6 to enjoy 12 in their total of 30 medals. Italy, USA and Brazil round out the top 5. But that concludes the final session on day 6 of the Paris Swimming at Paris 2024. We look forward to your company on day 7. But for now, it's goodbye.